to kind of streamline their business on the delivery side of things. We'll jump into that a little bit. Other names related to China also moving around with continued rhetoric and back and forth, posturing between the U.S. and China continuing. Electric vehicle makers moving this morning. NIO on the move. We have Tesla back to the upside as well. Lots to get to this morning. It's Monday, August 17th, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. There's a look at Asian markets from the overnight session. Bit of a mix showing there. You can see Japan nicely higher, Australia sharply lower to the downside. We'll go over to Europe and see how things are shaping up. Some red numbers here, top to bottom. England leading the way, 1.5% to the downside. We'll shift over to North America. Have a look at how North American futures are looking. Yeah, you can see the NASDAQ nicely higher now, 1.2%. The Dow is a little changed. I'm going to have to double check those numbers. Look like they are not correct, guys. Let's go ahead and get rid of that, and we'll figure out why our data is not coming through. Good morning, guys. We are looking at a bit of a quiet start to the morning, to say the least, when it comes to North American markets here. A couple of individual names moving around, some deal making to get through this morning, and Berkshire Hathaway with its checkbook out, getting back into the gold game, I guess.
Like,
gold member.
Yeah, it's like Warren Buffett's one of my girls in my life here. Everything gold. So
your mic, Sean, your mic.
My mic is on, but take it away.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves gold. Certainly, we're going to look at gold, Barrick Gold today with Berkshire talking about their share. It looks like $30 getting an increase up to that towards a breakout level, but also watching out for Tesla 1,700 all-time highs in the S&P as well, and some vaccine names that are going to be again in play today. NVAX one of them, but CureVac the other. The IPO on Friday. Let's just say we almost saw $100 this morning. I think coming off about $18 from the top CVAC, but I mean this thing priced at 16 to be trading at 77 right now is pretty impressive. I think we'll be watching that one heavily today here.
Yeah, no additional news on that CureVac this morning, but that was an impressive move to the upside, obviously, this morning, and in addition to Friday's run-up as well. So we'll have a look at CVAC as well, also moving around. Tesla with the price target increase upgrade today at Wedbush. So Tesla going to be an interesting as well. Lots to get to. Let's go over to the desk and say good morning to Valeria.
Good morning and hello everyone. I hope you had a great weekend and we're happy to be back. Guys, please sign up to our daily free watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat and subscribe to this channel to receive notifications when we are back on air. Please smash the like button and let's get it started. Back to Brandon.
Yes, let's indeed get it started. We're having a little bit of technical issue with Sean's mic at the moment, but we'll move on here through NEO. First off, NIO came off pretty heavily in the pre-market this morning, coming off 4 straight sessions to the downside after a decent earnings report at the beginning of last week, if you remember, but looking a little bit weak here, down about 0.6%. I mean, we've recovered somewhat from where we were earlier on this morning, got as low as 12.85 in the pre-market down here after a big move lower, but back to about where we ended on Friday here, guys, for NIO.
Yeah, I mean, sort of watching what happened at the beginning of the week last week on NEO. I don't know if it's going to be the same type of play, but you saw the crazy flush it had, last Monday, and obviously Friday a big sell-off in the same price range. If we can hold this 13.15 area, I'm going to be looking to be a seller of NEO just based on the setup. I think in that range, maybe you're giving it to the pre-market high like 13.35, and obviously you saw there was so much chop around that area that gives you plenty of opportunity to get out there. So I mean, we'll see if we can't stay bearish on NEO. I'm not necessarily expecting as much volatility in the overall market. That's why I think you got to find these names that have put in those 5-10% type moves on a daily basis. I think NEO might give you that. I'm looking 13.15 first level to test, and then maybe in front of that pre-market high as well.
So hopefully everybody's able to hear me, and if not, I'm sure you'll post it in the chat. But NEO, not much happening. We thought there was going to be a little bit of a bigger move than there was, but everything, like I was saying, was everything gold today. So we'll see if Barrick Gold can't break out. Look at this, it's kind of breaking out right now, but 2.25 million shares right here to buy on gold today, and Warren Buffett stepping up and in on that. So we'll wait to see if that breaks through $30. I have some interesting ideas to go. So let's get through this watch watch list, and then start this Monday off right, guys.
We'll talk a little bit about JD.com, guys. Unfortunately, I apologize for not making the list itself this morning, but let's talk about JD.com. They acquired a majority stake in Kuayu Express, which is a delivery company over in China, just in an effort to kind of streamline the back end of their business. Obviously, an e-commerce company. People purchasing things need to be delivered after that. So JD.com, guys, nice look here, higher this morning.
Chinese,
nice
China.
clean trend. It's not actually good volume in the pre-market, but coming off just a little bit. If you want to look at the my 3 here, it got up to like 66. I had that level sort of penciled in. You do see some nice little interesting consolidation down there. Already starting to give a little bit back. I was watching 64 as a bit of a pullback. It's set up in a breakout sort of pattern. So I think sort of staying on the bullish side as a bias makes sense this week. So that could be defending that 64 area. It could be watching for what won't be an actual even dollar break, unfortunately, because it did trade through in the pre-market. But let's watch that 66 level anyways.
Yeah, we saw NVIDIA or IQ on Friday there. Obviously, there was some problems with accounting, and that whipped around. We saw a bottom of 1860 before ripping up another dollar to 1980 and then crashing back down. This was a missed opportunity for me, obviously huge on Friday. So I just want to remind everybody about IQ today. And then there's JD.com. Apparently a decent report. Didn't really go through it, but this 6650 up here also was made not too long ago. So we're sort of at this little level right here where we were from July 13th. So about a month ago, we topped out at 6650 as well. So we're at 65 and change. If we take out 6650, let's go long. But this is going to be one to watch, not right off the open, but 1.5 million shares looks like we'll be at near the open. So that's a great little total there. JD.com, just so... I don't want to say it's so heated because it's not. It's like in this little range here, but it needs to break out. And I don't know if this report was the one to do it, but the market will tell us better. So we'll wait to see a 66.50 break on JD.
All right, guys, the other one in the e-commerce space we're looking at today, Overstock.com, back on watch. It was Piper Sandler with an upgrade and price target increase for Overstock today. They came out with initiating coverage on Overstock with an overweight rating and a price target of $140 on OSTK. We're obviously well below that. I believe all-time highs was 112 or 113. Yeah, 113. On OSTK, guys.
That chart is just impressive. You look at the daily chart; it's just fun to look at. But seriously, getting to Overstock here, it did actually have a ramp up to like 97.50 or so on Friday. That's going to be sort of this little base that we're possibly rounding into once again today. Like 100 has been this back and forth pivot it's been trying to hold all morning long. I think maybe this 97.50 is going to be that support that we can play off of. I'm going to be taking breaks on Overstock. I think 102 even looks pretty clean. Probably a little bit cleaner, potentially, on the chart at least, than what I was looking at in JD. But just remember, Overstock, 250,000 shares pre-market. Spread can open up. Right now, I'm only looking at, like 20 cents or so. But believe me, there's not a lot of liquidity. At 9:30, you very likely are looking at 50-cent spreads that can get even bigger than that on a break. So I don't love it at 9:30. Maybe you can catch a break a little bit just after the open.
All right, guys, we saw some strength return to the retail group at the end of last week. Focus kind of shifted away from some of the big name tech stocks. We saw the Dow kind of come back to life. Some of the retail space, some of the travel names were showing strength. Macy's was one of those. Another one not terribly active this morning here in the pre-market, but coming off a nice move on Friday. So we had $7 as support on Friday. It got as high as $7.75, opening back in the middle of that range. But this group in general, I think, worth a watch once again today.
It's just going to be a matter of what we think is going to happen on the open, right? It looks like this world wants to get back open, and Macy's is going to be a big beneficiary of that. Macy's doesn't have a huge online presence, so we've been saying for a while. Here in Canada, we don't have Macy's, so I'm not sure what their retail is like there, other than pretty high end, and we're going to wait to see if the buyers come back into Macy's, and they sure thought they were on Friday. And there was a couple upgrades. The retail sector, we talked about the retail numbers coming out, and a lot of those stocks moved quite well. But today they catch a downgrade. So this is a 3-minute chart, and it doesn't look too spicy on here. We do have some tops that came through last week. 712 and change. The high on Friday, 775. I don't think we get to there. VWAP 740. That could be something. But looking on the downside, always looking at 7 even breaks. So that could come through sooner rather than later. But on the daily chart, it doesn't look super spicy. We're just kind of stuck in this range. The 50 period is right here at $6.75. So there is something there possibly for the bottom break. But yeah, it's not looking overly great, and it's only 170,000 shares. Walmart, for me, much more exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely. And you just to juxtapose that, you get Steinmark, filing bankruptcy and up 120%. This is a penny stock, and absolutely crushed. But it's another one of those stories that if everyone watching this, you're wondering why it's up. Bankruptcy last week. And like I said, up 120%. I'd be watching this sort of 28 level. If I get a chance, I'm going to probably be shorting this one in 25, 26 in front of 28. Just watch out. I mean, much like it was with Hertz, there could be squeezes to the upside, so you got to have an out. I would give that high of the day my out at 28, but it's done good volume. It might be in play today. I just can't buy into this story. It's yet another one of these bankrupt companies which is getting a bump for almost no reason.
So another day, another move to the upside here in the pre-market for Tesla. It's been nothing but straight higher since the 5-for-1 split was announced at the beginning of last week. Here we are again, gapping to the upside. Wedbush out this morning, increasing their price target to $1,900 from their current $1,800 price target. They also announced July registrations in China for their vehicles, 11,623. That was slightly off the 15,500 plus that they saw back in June. But Tesla back to the upside.
Yeah, watching 1685 top from Friday, trying to round that out again today. And we've mentioned 1700. We'll probably have a look at that one as well. I love that little Tesla electricity there. So those are a couple of breakout prices for you off the bat. I mean, the market sliding to the upside. Maybe we get that all-time high in the ES today. Who knows? But I think Tesla 1700 we should get this week. 1685's got to go first. That'd be the first break.
Yeah, I hit that Tesla one. We'll hit it again, too. I like this one, so there you go. I have a little board here, so we hit these little actions as we see fit. So we'll see about Tesla. Look, keeps going upside. Tesla, nothing's going to stop that. I did want to talk about Walmart. I just put it up on the chat there. We don't have it in our note, but Walmart is a stock that right now is breaking out like crazy. It's breaking its 52-week high, and no surprise here. Walmart just a beneficiary all over the place. They have a huge online presence right now. They are going to be challenging Walmart. We know, or Amazon, we know that they have the Amazon Prime sort of deal breaker that they're trying to do as well at the $10 a month or the $100 a year. Not sure what they're going to release on that. That's temporarily paused, but look at Walmart right here. Breaks through 134, which was the all-time high before, and now you're ticking higher and higher and higher here. 3-minute chart. It looks like it wants to explode to the north side. So I'm going to be watching Walmart. I don't actually see them. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 100,000 shares to buy. So maybe not. I don't want to get in the pre-market because never seem to get the right prices, but I'm going to be watching Walmart here today as well as Tesla. Tesla, I'm only going to be going long on Tesla, so we're going to find some breaking spots for that. But Walmart, to me, is a little more interesting than even Tesla.
All right, guys, let's talk about Sorrento Therapeutics here a little bit. We were trading this one a few days last week on the show. Over the weekend, the FDA, or it was rumored that the FDA was going to give emergency use authorization to Yale's. Yale is creating a saliva-based COVID-19 test, very, very similar to the one that Sorrento is also working on. So the story here, basically, Yale might have beaten them to market with this saliva test. Sorrento was down basically every single day last week. We're gapping to the downside even further today. For SRNE, this thing was $21, if you remember. I believe it was Wednesday last week.
Yeah, and you look at this little bottom from last week at 1060. You're going to watch pre-market action here again today. A little double tap action at that same price. So you can kind of guess here. I'm going to look to go short 1060. It's down 12%. That's going to mean it's short sell restricted, so it could be tricky to hit that bid. Another way we can get in is maybe testing off of this like 1125 to 1140 area. If it catches a bid, I'm likely to be selling this one off of the open. Give it at least to that quarter to 50 mark on the north side of 11. And if it breaks 1060, I'm just going to be trying to go short. Of course, we talked about this with the short sell restriction. You can still get shares, just need an uptick to be able to remove liquidity from the bid. But that 1060 level looks fantastic. We'll be taking a shot at it.
Yeah, I'm just getting this tweet ready for this little blaster here on Walmart. But yeah, no, SRNE, look, we do it every week. We do it every day. SRNE is a good name to trade. And I think you always have to watch out for the top side. The wife and I were talking. They have the saliva test. I mean, there's a few companies that have them, but that test is absolutely monstrous. I mean, nobody's going to let their kid get tested by like a principal or anything, or even maybe a school nurse, right? So these are very, very simple. Spit in, saliva tests, wipe around. I think these are the best sort of testing that's around there. So we're going to watch what Sorrento wants to do here. I'm not shorting this thing. I would only be going long, again, a name like Sorrento. 11.30 on the daily looks fantastic. We'll probably break that even before open.
All right, guys, let's go to M&A activity this morning. A little bit of deal making. Europe, Sanofi is picking up Principia Biopharma, which is PRNB on the NASDAQ. So big $100 stock, but they're being bought by Sanofi. It's a $3.7 billion deal worth $100 in cash per share. So PRNB, not a lot of volume here. I guess it has ticked up a little bit, about 3 million, but just under that $100 mark at this point.
It might give you a chance for some scalp trades here. I mean, certainly if you like in front of like 99, we might get a shot to be able to play that up towards like the quarters, the 35s. You're only ever thinking about on this stock, it's going to look like 5, 10, 15 cent type winners. Every now and then, however, you might see a big break. Some floodgates could open up, and you might be able to catch a trade. Maybe, a lot of people long in front of 99, and then you jump into the shorts when that breaks. Otherwise, look for it to just sort of grind to the upside. So it would be a 99 break I'd maybe think about. I'm going to want to see consolidation. I'm going to want to see some size in the level 2. Don't really see any of that. But PRNB is going to be on the radar for me. Just want to get over to, we'll talk about load, I think, in a couple of minutes here, but SMRT getting to that 25 mark. That's one you might see me take into that one. In pre-market because it's a penny stock, so I'm not really too concerned about getting it early. That'd be in front of the 29 top. We'll be shorting that one today.
Yeah, no PRNB. If they're going to be bought out, then no interest from you guys.
Go to Barrick Gold, guys. Berkshire Hathaway coming out disclosing a big stake in Barrick Gold, 20.9 million shares. Owned now by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, worth about $563.5 million. That was disclosed back on Friday. We're seeing a bit of an uptick this morning as well in gold prices. So a lot of these gold producers back to the upside. Newmont worth watching. First Majestic as well, I saw in the pre-market, also moving to the upside. But a little bit of extra catalyst here today for gold, guys.
Yeah, not even a huge position dollar-wise for Berkshire there. But we sort of mentioned this one and teased it in the intro there. Hopefully everyone caught that. I know there's some issues right at 9 o'clock. But $30 is going to be a level potentially for a break here. It's going to be not quite the pre-market top, but close enough. 29.89 is what I have on my chart. You're going to see there is a level above here that we did get to last week, like that 30.65 area. So certainly worth scalping some into that range if it catches a break. On a pullback, there's not a heck of a lot in terms of support. I think you just want to play momentum on a failure at 30. I think you're just looking to play momentum down towards the 29 mark. But either way, first look, breakout 30.
Yeah, I mean, it was disclosed last week, so I'm not really sure what this move. Obviously, people waking up today and seeing some of this gold has been moving around. Look at GLD here in the pre-market today. Again, it's not that it was moving around too much in the pre-market. We did get a bottom of 182 up to 184, obviously on some of that news. But gold has been a wild ride. Here's the daily chart for gold by itself. We did tick up to 194. I think it was about 2,100 on the actual gold itself, but this is GLD. The gold ETF. So those of you that are looking to trade ETFs and get some exposure in gold themselves, down here about $10. So we're looking at about 5% here on 200. So this chart is really, really super nice right now. If we can break through 186 on GLD, then we do like that one long. The one thing, the catalyst also behind this move up here in Barrick Gold is that there's a 3 million. It could be up to 3 million, 2.5 million right now. If you take the paired, it is already 3 million. So 3 million shares to buy right now. Paired off only 400, so leaves you with 2.5 million shares to buy on gold. So right now, yeah, Barrick Gold to the upside, easy take here if it breaks through 90, guys.
Yeah, trying to break the high even as we speak here before the open on GOLD. Another one here, Comstock Mining. If you don't want to trade Barrick Gold, you like the little teeny tiny ones. This is a micro cap gold and silver mining company. They posted better than expected Q2 results. They posted actually a little tiny profit versus an expected loss, saying that increased strategic investments drove up higher net revenues for the quarter. So nice look for LODE. This is on the NYSE ARC exchange. Yeah, almost 80% here still for this one.
These pre-market levels, they see up to like $1.90 very, very early on. You're really concerned about a 155, 160 area that we just tested on volume, like maybe 10 minutes ago. We're starting to roll over from that price. Support down here, I saw a couple of bounces off 125, 130 area with some solid bids. I'm going to be likely shorting off the 155. 80% is a heck of a lot. Let's see if we can't fade this one. There's always a potential breakout, of course, in a name like this. So you got to have a hard stop. Mine is going to be off of 155 at the open. If that goes, I'll definitely be flat, but looking to short, hopefully, into it in this nice little price range between 140 and 155.
I haven't even looked at load here, Brendan.
Okay, we'll go to the market then. We'll bring in Arun here, guys. Have a look at the overall market, see how things are looking. Heading into a Monday, we're above the pre-market high here, it looks like, for the overall futures. Arun, we are back. It's Monday. It's another bit of a sleepy start for the overall market, but kind of grinding to the upside here.
Yeah, it's one of the lowest volumes I've seen all month so far in terms of pre-market volume. The levels are the same that I've been working last few days, going to the end of last week. 85 on the top end, 40 on the back end, on the bottom. I also, there's nothing to do inside of those levels. I mean, I also can't find any trades to trade in front of those levels, so I'm kind of just stuck waiting here. If they take at 85 though, I might be able to put a 65 as a stop on the break. But until they decide what to do with this, there's no volume, there's no action. It's not surprising, but it is kind of really low for what's been happening. But there's nothing to do, Brendan. I'm just going to be waiting. An interesting thing is, in 10 trading days, I've only made 10 trades. So that says a lot about how slow this market is for me, especially since I only trade the futures, really. So a lot more waiting on my part there, Brendan.
To be expected, the last 2 weeks of August, obviously, volumes tend to slow down a little bit. Is there a catalyst maybe this week, next week, even the week ahead that you're looking towards? Did we lose him already? He's already gone. Okay, that's fine. We'll talk to Arun again tomorrow. Let's have a look at MBOT, guys. Microbot here, up 43% still. Trying to break to the downside. We got above 12. 12 seemed to fail in the pre-market here. So just watching this 12 area, we would really like to see it further down before the open here. But MBOT up on news that they had a surgical robotic system that they completed their first successful test with. So moving forward with that system. So nice look, guys, here for Microbot, MBOT today.
Yeah, that's a stock we've seen ramp up a few times on, obviously on news. But every time it's come to the upside, you do see usually retracements following day. It already broke through like this 1130, 1140-ish area from, back in early in the year, like that was back in February. So let's see if it actually can hold this. You are seeing some decent consolidation there. I just want to jump very quickly back over to one of the names from last week. That was MTP. It's really starting to come back in again. So anytime you get those day 2, day 3 moves in, there could be those slow grinds to the downside, and you're sort of seeing parabolic move up, some consolidation down. It's holding below all of Friday's bottoms here at 260, so that will be a price to work off of short selling. I'm going to be watching MTP. It's short sell restricted. Not a ton of volume here, but it could be one of those sort of easy rides to the downside.
I just posted here on Twitter. Follow us at TraderTV. Sean, I'll post it up in the link right now in the chat. Follow us right now. I just talked about here Walmart. We definitely like this idea. And then earlier on, I like CCL, which we didn't get to. I'll do that in a minute. And NVIDIA through 476. We'll do that. And I want to give a big shout out. My wife forgot the chicken. She made the chicken pot pie. Didn't forget the chicken. That would have been tragic. But forgot the peas. So let me know if there's a couple comments, a couple likes on this one. Threw down some steak as well on the weekend. Let me know if you've had chicken pot pie with or without peas, which you like. I don't know. I thought it was pretty damn good to begin with. Okay, CCL right now over on the New York Stock Exchange. We do like this name today. I did want to talk about it through 1570. That was the high that we got on Friday, and before bouncing right to the downside. Now it looks like like I keep saying here, maybe if this world's going to be back to normal, CCL, a lot of people taking vacations, carnivals and whatnot. So Daryl, I see you on the chat. Let me know if you like this idea through 15 3/4 up there on CCL. I did also talk about, obviously, on the Twitter again, and again, thank you for everybody for retweeting and sharing my little small watch list that only had 2 names on it, which was NVIDIA and that last one, whatever that was, CCL. NVIDIA through 476. We like that on some upgrades here. Again, it's down to 474, so whether or not we get that 476 or not sure. 1 minute chart, though, will tell you that right now we've been getting faded a little bit here in the pre-market on NVIDIA. We did touch a high there of 476, which would be, I believe, all-time highs on NVIDIA as well. So NVIDIA, Walmart, and SRNE, we like that as well. NVIDIA, Walmart, CCL, definitely on the looks for me here as Walmart now coming back in. We like this one if we can get it near 134, but I got to watch it open up. Don't want to make the same mistake that we've been doing here. Just checking the news, not really much happening. You can see the futures scaling up here to the upside. Arun talking obviously about a low volume kind of day coming through on the futures. So not really sure what to expect, but look, up 0.5% is super nice. And also, Neil, Apple breaking to all-time highs right now as well. So it's good to be a bull. That is for damn sure, and that is exactly what I am. So today should be a good day, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at Boeing, literally flat on the session here, but just worth looking if you go back into last week, 179.50, sort of a Friday, Thursday, and then if you count Wednesday, the move down off of the open, holding 179.50 to the upside. This is sort of a big level that maybe we can crack. When we do, I think it's just a momentum play to the upside on 179. I think you can also likely use that for a short level, but anytime I see this, a few days in a row, you got to mark that one down. It doesn't mean Boeing's in play today. It also doesn't mean that it's going to be volatile. But at some point this week, if we get a 179.50 break, going to be busting long through that price and looking for a rollover as well if we can. Brandon, what do you got there, buddy?
Another little one here, guys. UBX moving to the downside big time, 60%. They had a late-stage trial for a drug they were working on for arthritis that failed. So late-stage trial of this drug failed. FDA said no more. So UBX big time move down here, guys.
Yeah, that's not good. Gonna add that one as a late addition to the list there. Good look, Brendan. Look, obviously you see that 59%. You know what that's going to mean, guys. It's going to be SSR. I do want to quickly jump over to back over to that MBOT. It is rounding to the downside. I know I talked about potential consolidation around this sort of 1135. The issue with taking it here is I don't know that I want to jump in at 930. You could see it test, slide down, and even if it's going to go back to the upside, you might just get one of those wicks. And I don't want to get necessarily wicked out of this trade. There was a level down here at 1070. So we'll probably leave the long alone at 930 and revisit this one, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes into the market open, guys.
Okay, just getting NVIDIA ready here, 475 and change the long here. If we can break through 475, let's try 475.15, 475.20-ish or so on a long. We'll smash that one for you guys as well. So we'll try to do that. And then we'll also look again at Walmart coming back down. It was coming back down. Scratch that. Down to 134.50. And now we're taking off the top here on Walmart. So just another name, again, that we talked about here on Twitter and on the show. So it's now a little over 1 minute to go. We'll have to wait on Walmart. See, when I don't take the breaks, they continue to go upside. So we'll wait to see. Look, still lots to happen. We still have the market on
Sean,
open.
A bit of a volume spike on CVAC. This, of course, was the IPO on Friday, coming up with their own vaccine. Just bounced about $5 to the upside here on volume right before the open. I was watching, at first in 85. Let's forget about that one. Sorry, 82.50, 83.50 area. Let's forget about that as it just busted through and is coming back in. It was expensive to pay for some shorts here, but we can get them. I'm looking at also this price here at 92. If it even sees 100, my first thought would be to short it, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Just got a big volume spike. Not sure what that was, if it was news related or could have just been a nice little breakout trade with under 20 seconds to go. Valeria is ready to go to ring that bell. Going to be an interesting week, to say the least.
I'd say so. Yeah, we're watching CCL, we're watching NVIDIA, and we're watching Walmart here to go, guys. So let's wait to see what happens here. CCL might be the first one in, but I think NVIDIA most likely through 415 should happen very soon. Here we go.
There's that market open, guys.
All right, so we're watching NVIDIA right now to the upside. Can hopefully break through. Spread right now, 30, 40, 50 pennies. We'll wait to see what it does. The market coming back in, though, temporarily here for NVIDIA. So we don't get the 475 break right now. Just turning around doesn't mean that we won't hit this on a break through. Still very excited for NVIDIA.
Yeah, and I'm just looking immediately at JD. Forget about a topside action, at least in the short term. It just slid down to 64. Barrick down to 29.50, and yeah, I wanted to short that smart, that penny stock. Sometimes you just jump in and forget about the price. It's already starting to come back in, guys. So if it ever comes back to like that 28, maybe take a shot, but it looks like everybody else thinks it's a garbage move with bankruptcy, so headed back to the downside. Missed opportunity for me.
134.66 maybe here on a bounce on a little runner of Walmart. Let's see how high we want to fly on this one. 134.60. We'll see about getting into Walmart if we can, and then see how high upside it wants to go now. If we fail on this, Walmart just broke through its little VWAP here of 134.30. I think that's probably a little too early to drop it, but there we go. Walmart right now to the upside. We got hella long right now, guys.
Yeah, NEO's pushing to the upside as well, guys. It just got into the first target range at 1325 area. I'm going to take a quick shot short in front of high of day. This was always going to be the fade play that we liked, so we'll take our shot here in the teens if we can get some shares.
We're long NVIDIA
and then use
and Walmart here,
1335 as an out.
Yeah, we're long NVIDIA and Walmart. Bang! Yeah, we're starting it off right time already. Here we go. NVIDIA long 475.40 right now. A nice little long dollar plus in the money right now on NVIDIA. So we're starting it off right here today, guys. Watch out. Watch NVIDIA fly. Fly high, young fella. Fly high. NVIDIA to the moon right now. Look at Walmart. Walmart mooning as well. Hopefully, we'll take a little bit out here if we can. And bang! The day starts off huge once again. Let's just see how high Walmart wants to go. Big time win for Walmart dollar now.
Yeah, there was almost no shot to get overstocked through that 102, guys. 50-cent spread opened up. Like I said, it's going to be tight off this one at the open. If it gives you any kind of a pullback, we'll take this break potentially on the way back in and overstock. Just no liquidity unless you wanted to cross it by 50 pennies or so. I still like that 102. You're seeing overstock push to the upside. Continually Barrick giving zero entry here, but I'm going to look to defend it at some point on the way back in. We're looking at 29.50 on the way back up, and Smart will be getting in if it goes to 24. There goes SRNE, so we caught that one on the break, 1060 to the downside. That just took out that triple bottom that we had.
Man, we are just monstrous right now. Walmart 134.70 long right here as we just see how high this one wants to go. We're going to probably give this one a little bit of room. We thought we had this one. We triggered this off early for you. So Walmart right now, let's just dump a few more shares. We made a big trade there at Walmart to say. And look at NVIDIA. Boom! Superman is in the building right now. This is a $2 winner to go on NVIDIA. So a nice little win here. This is exactly what we talked about on our sheet on my Twitter account, guys. Follow me here. We hammered NVIDIA to the long side. We hammering Walmart to the long side. This is exactly how we wrote it out for you. So hopefully you're able to hit this with us and just take that money and put it in your pocket right now because Walmart, we're already out of half coming back in, but we got a nice little trade here.
Yeah, easy break of 1060 on SRNE. It immediately goes right down, testing the quarter. So quick in and out for the first win. Going to take some more shares of NEO. 1335 is that break, possibly out price. But we got the short first on that one. Here comes SRNE. I think we'll take some more shares out if we get like 1025. I'll be all flat at 10 even, looking for a further trade to that downside. Load now testing that 155 as well. So watch out for that name. But it's 1-for-1 action on SRNE here, guys. I do want to quickly get you guys back over to Tesla. Not necessarily at 1700, but literally pennies away from that 1700 break. So here comes Tesla.
134. We'll give this one to 133 or so on a break of Walmart here. We did get out. It didn't go as much, obviously, as we thought. We still think we can have a decent trade coming through on Walmart, but here it comes right back to the downside. NVIDIA, though, this is a $2 win right now, and we just got some out right there. Monster win here. We'll update this on our Twitter feed. Big win on Walmart. Big win on NVIDIA. The money just keeps coming in here, guys. You're on the right side of things here if you're following these trades. Look at this. This is what, nice chicken pot pie, I love you. Look at this, NVIDIA breaking through 476. Ho-hum, you see where that's at right now. Walmart, we talked about that break as well, moving to the upside. So nice little trade here on everything. Now we'll just wait to see what CCL wants to do.
Yeah, watching SRNE, it's a big buyer at 1040 here. He also got into that Tesla trade. It goes all the way to 1708 before coming back in. I just picked some shares up here at 1700. Brennan, what do you got?
Just watching the gold names, guys. Watch Barrick here. Gold right at this high, just ahead of $30. Another one, if you like the lower priced ones, Yamana AUI in New York, also just breaking day highs here. 5% for that one, guys.
Yamana Gold. Okay, yeah, here goes NVIDIA. We're still watching that, and we're still watching Walmart. So, Brendan, we will be on some of those names in a quick second for you. What is up with CCL here to the north side? Get away my paper here. CCL, is it going north side? No, back south side. So, 1501. We were looking at, come on, charts. Wow, okay, we were looking at 1570 as a high. We called that out, Daryl. Let me know what you guys think of this one, making to the moves downside now. We still got to watch our Walmart and then our NVIDIA. NVIDIA now, $2.50.
I'm gonna be an angry person, guys. We told out 1685 on a break in Tesla. It's already giving you 1700. We're able to scalp 1700 for a $4 move initially, but 1685 was the real break price. We'll buy pullbacks. We'll buy a little bit of everything that we can here. Neo's still working out. SRNE holding that 1046 side trade, guys. But Tesla 85, double top from last week's action and continuing to just be a wild runner. 1713 we are at right now. I don't want to get too far away from Brendan's name here, UBX, but we'll get to that one in a quick second. One thing that's not working, could be my first losing trade of the day, is NIO. A couple of legs in here. It did turn off of my out. 1336 is the pre-market top. So we'll see maybe on the rollover we can get this one to win. SRNE and Tesla, fantastic. Remains to be seen about NIO.
Yeah, and it does not remain to be seen about NVIDIA. NVIDIA, we've already seen that one, and we're already crushing this one to the upside. So let's just quickly give you guys a recap. Look at NVIDIA, up 4.5%. This is where we go long, and we tweet this to you. I'm going to tweet this out right now, guys. NVIDIA, let's go, baby. We gave this trade out to you, just so you know, 39 minutes ago, right here. Loving NVIDIA on this upgrade. Give it to you at $8.56. $5 winner right now for you. $8.56 giving you this. NVIDIA, $5 in the money right now, and nothing but love going forward, guys. Love it, love it, love it. Let's keep the trade going here. Big time trade, NVIDIA, $5+ $6 right now, and Walmart still flying as well. Big time today, guys, big time.
It's about time Barrick Gold finally makes a move. We got the break there at $30. Very, very clean. We talked about bottom picking, but that can be a tricky one for you. Sometimes you wait for the best entry. That was 30. He's getting some out there in the mid-teens. We'll talk about 1325. We'll talk about 1350 to the upside, but got to scalp this one all the way up. Neo finally starting to come in the money. Brennan, what do you got, buddy?
Little one, energy transfer, guys. Some of the energy names showing a little bit of strength here. Big time volume behind this. ET in New York just pushed through day highs and highs from Friday last week, up about 1.5%, guys.
Fly, NVIDIA, fly, and there we go. Superman today is in the building. We give you this one. This is $6, $7 now. $4.75 long, guys. So we're in the money all the way up here. It just keeps on ripping upside. They get the price target upgrade. NVIDIA's one of the best names in this space here. We talk about AMD. Look at NVIDIA, $7 winner right now. Yes, we did it today once again for you. $7, $8, $9, $10 winners on board right now. 2 for 2. Walmart, huge win on Walmart. Huge win on NVIDIA. This is what you're here for. And guess what? We're back every day this week. Tell your friends, share this. Let's go. Big wins all over the place. This is how we do it. 480.60. Look, maybe missing the pie, the chicken peas there, peas in the pot pie was a good thing there. Definitely making us move 480.50 to the upside. We're going to get out some point, but not now on NVIDIA. Wow.
Yeah, and of course we get Sorrento to the downside. 1060 was sort of that easy level. You looked at it from last week. It had 1060 bottom. You also looked at it this morning. We talked about the double tap at that price. Clean break off the open. Out in front of 10, of course, like I'm always going to do here. And we'll see if we can reload on a pullback. Barrick is still continuing to the upside. I have taken some scalp profits off that 30, and I did mention, of course, 30.65 could be some resistance. That's what we talked about at 9 o'clock. So we'll scalp some out in front of the quarters and 50s, and then look to see what happens if it approaches that 30.65 area. Brennan, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, NVIDIA all-time highs, guys. Home Depot also all-time highs this morning. Oppenheimer and Bank of America upgrading Home Depot today ahead of earnings for HD tomorrow, guys.
Oh, come on, Brian. I can't trade them all, but we're happy to trade NVIDIA. That's for damn sure. $7 now. We are still ripping $8 winner right now on NVIDIA. Line it up and punch them in the face right there. Good trade for NVIDIA. We are 3 for 3 and making that cash huge right now. Out some of, again, look at this in here. 130. Oh, we got some out there. I didn't even realize that. 134.69 are in right here on Walmart as we continue to stay above 135. So we also did give you that one. Let's hold on to these as much as we can. It's 9:40 and we are already at our daily goal. I guess, like we keep saying, man, you got to increase your goals when you're doing this kind of damage to the market. So let's just keep on going to the upside right now. We're light on Walmart. We have less than a quarter left, but it's still trying to go, guys, trying to go. Let's lighten some. It doesn't look like it wants to. Look at these futures going. $8.50 winner. Bang, the money is falling down on this side, Neil. Let's go.
Yeah, watching at CVAC, it looks like we might not have locates on CureVac. I'm watching 76 even. Looks like the floodgates would open up if we take this one out. I do like that price. If we get some locates, we'll take the short through there. The only stock that we have that has not yet worked is going to be NEO. Barrick Gold giving a bit of a pullback. I said this is why you got to take some profit on that little break to the upside. I'm going to like this one. If we can get any kind of consolidation in this range, back at 29.80, I'll pick back up some shares here and then maybe give it to that 50 area. Brandon, what do you got there for us?
Yet another mining name, guys. Hecla Mining here. HL in New York, 7% day highs. Have a look at ABX as well, starting to go. All about the miners so far, guys.
Yeah, I guess it's all about the miners if you're not trading NVIDIA. Here we go, guys. $9+. We got to regroup, man. I mean, 479 was going to be my out, but now we're way, way up on this one. So once again, your boy did it again today. Upside on NVIDIA. This is why you watch the show. 480 still looks good for me. I mean, I don't know how far to hold this thing. Seems like we're getting a little bit greedy right now on this trade. So Walmart has been falling back down. We did cash some out. We're going to get some out down here, 134, if it does break. But right now, yes, welcome. What's up, new member, Hasham Sabra. I hope you're liking that. Yeah, I shouted HL before. Hecla Mining. What up, Aaron Smith, to you as well. So thank you for that little super chat there. But we're go here. NVIDIA, $9 and still pushing the top.
Yeah, and here comes gold bouncing shy of my re-entry price there, guys. So I'm not going to fight it. We already have the long ones. We've already taken some profits out. We have no need to chase this one to the upside. If it makes this little pullback that we like, we'll get the price that's a little bit better. NEO, I don't know. We'll see about that. 1336. It is holding it at least so far. I want to quickly jump back to one name here, and it's going to be that CVAC. I mentioned only liking the short break through 76. I think there could be a squeeze play. If it can bounce off this price and give you a little something at like 85, that's the type of long I would look for, breaking some shorts that might have the locates there, breaking their backs and giving you a breakout trade. But I'm not going to be holding any longs in CVAC. If I take it, it will be a quick scalp in and out at 85, bingo bango. But SRNE, we're going to catch a pullback. Our level was 1060. If it wants to give me that price twice, I have no problems taking this one again, guys. So we're going to go look at Sorrento back through that original 1060 entry. Got almost bottom wick here in front of 10. I'll be taking a 10 even break if it wants to give me that entry as well.
All right, we're just using a 482, I think, was going to be our route. Yeah, 42 3/4, so 42.75. I'm sure glad we got this mic working out for us today, guys. Big mover here on NVIDIA. I hope that woke you guys up, and hopefully you are woke to this move right now, because $9 in the money right here for NVIDIA. And Walmart, yep, we're just waiting for that one to break through 134. We've been cashing some out on here. This was a big time trade. We took out the big stick for that one. Look, when we put these on our Twitter feed here, like we did this morning, join me on Twitter at TraderTV we put the NVIDIA trade on for you. 27 minutes ago, I put the Walmart trade on for you. It's 9:43. This was before market open, 9:27. This NVIDIA trade was before 9 o'clock there. We just get out of NVIDIA right there for the biggest trade of the day right there. A smooth $8 win on NVIDIA, or was it more? $7.25 there on NVIDIA as that crashes down. So a nice, not crashes, but a nice little out there on NVIDIA. Mind these wicks to the downside. Those don't happen, but we ride it from here all the way up to there. We only hold a little bit, but big time trade. Needless to say, the largest trade today, NVIDIA for me. Walmart still to go, man. We'll look for some other trades to make for you today, but right now it's big time on 2 for 2. We'll look for some more.
Yeah, watching this overstock spread is a little bit better than it was before, but like execution is going to be a little bit tricky when it comes to breakouts. It's looking like it wants to try to get through 102.50. 102 was the price initially. This move, we had the order in, we had the price, we gave it to you. I can tell you that $2, very, very difficult to capture. Now that it's actually trading, it looks like we might have a better chance here, but it's rolling over. I'm going to take a shot. Look, it's put in a lower high already. 102.50 is a nice area to stop. I like this rollover here, possibly down to 100 even. Neo's holding for me somehow, so 13.20 short has managed to not break through the top, but I'm now looking at overstock, and we did get that smart, so we're finally short. Hopefully that can stay in penny stock status. Other way to play overstock would be shorting through 100. Brennan, what do you got?
Another one we were looking at on Friday, guys. Midatech, MTP, big move up right off the bat on Friday. Another virus-related name. Starting to get into some interesting levels here. No additional news, but watch 260 and then 280 here from Friday afternoon on MTP, guys.
All right, guys. So, yeah, thank you so much for all the love here on the chat. It's been fantastic. What a great run that's been on NVIDIA there. It's nice to get some credit from you guys there on the chat. Thank you so much for that. It's been a big trade there to go. And now we just wait for Walmart. Still looking for this thing to crack through 134. So if that can go, great. But, yeah, NVIDIA, big time trade here. Off the open, 475. That's the long we had. I mean, we were so happy taking it out here for $2 before it ran that monster 7 that we wind up taking. So big trade alert there on NVIDIA. We're going to be looking to make some more. Boeing looks like they want to come down here as well. We'll stay in the chips there with AMD right now. AMD obviously just a monster stock. I mean, AMD and NVIDIA just leaving Intel in their dust right now. So AMD, I don't know if that's a market related thing today for Intel. We'll check back on Intel, but AMD with the market upgrade today, and you're seeing what happens with NVIDIA on an upgrade. Yeah, here's Intel just up 0.59, so definitely the laggard here. We're still holding on to our Walmart. Let's see how high this one wants to go.
Yeah, I finally got into that Smart, and of course, keep in mind, guys, this is a retailer, Steinmart here, bankruptcy on last week, somehow up 100% anyways. I'm going to short the pop here. I talked about waiting for it off of the open. We do pick this one up in front of 25. We'll get some out at 22. We'll get some out all the way down here at 20. And look, if it wants to retest the pre-market bottom and break it, this was an 11-cent stock before, and they're going bankrupt. So I'll be playing the short in front of 25 all morning long, and in front of 30 as well. Brennan, what do you got?
Yeah, it's interesting to see that move in NVIDIA and the relative strength coming through in NVIDIA today. Have a look at Taiwan Semiconductor as well. TSM only 2.7% here, struggling at 80.80, working its way back down. Decent volume, but if you remember, this is another one that's had a pretty good move on the daily time frame back to the upside. But NVIDIA definitely the big leader in that group so far today, guys.
Yeah, you can say that again. That's for damn sure. NVIDIA, big one. I see some Neo love going on through right now. So Neo now making moves to the upside here, cracking through that 1325. What a great spot that was. Let's bring this out to a little bit more of a time frame here so we can have a quick look at NIO to go. 355, that was the level that I was kind of looking at here. Chart stalling out on this 10-minute chart. So we'll drop it back down to 3 and see if we can get a better look. But I think we got to get to at least 1350 here. That's kind of the upside where we were on Thursday of last week. We were so low on Friday that none of these levels matter right now. So 1340, 1350. I'd rather it get to 1360 to be the ultimate high, but coming back from the dead right now is Walmart, looking like it wants to make moves also now. Does not break 134. Now we get up to the upside right now, and here's your boy again. Falling down money, guys. We go 2 for 2. Monstrous day trading today. I hope you all enjoyed it, man. It's 9:48. Let's keep this party going, but we're just absolutely destroying this market.
Yeah, and 76, we'll look to see. It looks like it did break here on CVAC. I'll check back in on that. We reversed to the long on the top end break in Neo. So you fight it to the short side. It does not work out. Of course, this is going to be a loser. But we did get that long trade. You can see a double tap there. 37 into the long break. This is the pre-market high breakout type style trade. So you'll see me reverse on these very, very often. 1350, obvious first target. We'll take half out in front of it and then see how far Neo wants to go. Did not get the full reload in Barrick Gold down in the 80s. I think I got some shares there at 87. Try to get some more in the 83 range. I think it'll give it to me again. We're testing this one in front of that 75. So Neo push to the upside. Barrick win on the first half. Second half remains to be seen. But NIO now off to the races, guys.
Okay, yeah, Walmart, we're still watching that one, and we're looking for other names here to go with, including Apple. We got burned on Apple because Apple can move like $3, $4, $5 in a couple minutes. So there's that top. 464. We saw that on Friday as well. This is a 3-minute chart, so we go back and have a quick look at Apple right now, 462 in change, looking like a nice little level there. But Walmart still trying to go, man. We are long here at 134.70. I think we can get higher side here, 135 and change, looking to come on Walmart. We're definitely not dropping this. Follow me on Twitter, guys, or on Instagram. Drop me some notes. What's up, B?
A little one from the real estate group just popping up here. REIT, guys, CLNY, Colony Capital, just blasted through $3 there on a volume spike. 12.25% for CLNY today, guys.
And getting back to that MBOT, now below that 1060, 1070 area from the pre-market, starting to roll over a little bit more deeply. I will check back in on SMRT. We're working the money on that one. NEO, we took a bunch out. We only hold about a third of the position left for a 1350 break if it can go. But MBOT is now square in my radar, guys. I want to take a shot in front of this level here, 1115. We'll go short on MBOT. You know, I kind of wanted to be doing a breakout long in this, but it's starting to slide back in. Looks like the price action to the sell side on MBOT, despite the good news that they had. Oh, there we go. We finally got to locates on CVAX. So this is going to be expensive, and it's like 60 cents a share to be able to short this. That being said, you know, off the open, it just put in a $10 move. But I think it's going to be a worthwhile sort of exercise here if we can get a break. It would have been 76, but it just looked like it ticked through and trying to test 75 now. I'll take that break to the downside. I'll also look to see if we can't fade in front of that 85 breakout price that we also like. NEO is fighting the good fight here at 1350. I reversed to the long side trade at 37. Now it's trying to break 1350. Like I said, we'll hold through this break. We still have just a third of the position left. So if 1350 goes, let's see how far NEO wants to come back. I mean, ultimately, you do have another level up here, about 10, 15 pennies above from last week that we can play with 1365.
Yeah, we'll go long now. We'll just take a little bit of a long here, and we'll see how high this one wants to go. We're playing with, as Neil says, house money today for sure, as Walmart still a nice little 25-cent win here on some shares that we have left over to go. So we should be on watching all of that. You guys want me to kill another stock find? What about MBOT here? We'll have a quick look at that name. 14 million shares and still making some moves here. So 1040, 1050 on the downside of MBOT. Watch out for 11.10 to break. There goes NEO again. A nice little 7-penny win. So hit the banger alert on this one. We did it again on this stock. Let's see how high it wants to go. Let's take some off. Why not? All we're doing right now is doing what we normally do here, and that is stack the money. So here it comes. There it is. Stacking it upside. Let's take some out right now. 58s. We'll take some out 57s as well. A nice little 7-penny win for, once again, some more chicken dinner winners for you guys there. Let's go to Brendan. What
another one with Chinese ties, guys. JD.com we were talking about came all the way back to Friday's levels. Now we're all the way back to about the middle of the pre-market here. 65 being tested once again. Another buy alert on JD.com, guys.
Yeah, I'll give slapshot action on the reversal. First half on NEO is going to be out at 44 to 45 range, and then we take the last out in front of, we just mentioned 1365 when we looked at that chart from last week. So we get out in front of that 65 area. If it rolls over, fair enough, but watch for a break maybe at that same price. I look at 60 as the high right now. When you did go to the 3, just to show you guys, this was Friday's action. That top could be another secondary break. I will get you guys back to what might have been the easiest shorting opportunity this morning. SMRT, and of course this is Steinmart here. Look, just rolling over, they're declaring bankruptcy. I still have half the position here short at 24. It's now heading, possibly breaking 20 even to the downside. I'll get a lot of this out in front of the low of the day, maybe hold like 20% or so through 19 cents, guys. But either way, it's not always going to be this easy to be able to short a bankrupt company 100% to the upside, but that's exactly what we're looking at here with Steinmart.
Okay, NEO, yeah, good thing we took some profits out there, obviously, at 58 there. We don't want to let this one come back through and crush us. So there we go, take some more out right now. We're basically flat on NIO. We did take some more Walmart up on the upside there when it crashed through 95. We took some 91s. That's another 28-cent win. So right now, we're just riding these two positions and looking to get into some more. JD looking to take out the top here as well on a big move back upside. Wow, JD, wow. come on, NASDAQ. JD coming through on the NASDAQ right now. 66 and a quarter, 66 and a half upside right now on JD. What a big bounce move there off of this bottom there on JD. There goes Walmart back up to 135. Can Walmart take out all-time highs once again? If they do, the cash does not stop flying around on this side. Brendan.
Another one, guys. Clovis Oncology, one we've traded on the show here before. CLVS, big move up here from 480 all the way to 520 in a straight line. Took out 5 there. There was a big offer sitting at 5, got completely destroyed on a volume spike. So CLVS on the move, guys.
Yeah, watch out for the top on SRE. 1110-ish is the opening range top. If you like a breakout to the long side, that could be it. MBOT finally got triggered in here. It did break below that bottom here. Comes back in to the same price. That's sort of a 1060 area break. Gonna go tight stop here for 1115. This is that next level to the upside. So consolidation, we can grab some more shares short. 1116-ish to 25 will be our out there. But watch for that SRNE top break. I want to jump over to, I wasn't anticipating we'd see much on Macy's, but $7 has been a level we've talked about, for weeks now. It did sell off and bounce at 702. So if you get some consolidation lower, maybe there's going to be a play to long in front of a 7 even. NEO, no moss on that 1365. We're both, I believe, flat on this name, but I am locked and loaded, ready to go for a break. I would prefer 1365 to the current high at 1360, but I'd also consider a pullback right into our opening range break, 1335. That was a pre-market high. Brendan, what do you got?
A little one we were looking at on Friday, guys. Farmini, they grow and distribute mushrooms, Chinese company as well. Coming into interesting levels here. This 115 to 120 was a bit of support and resistance back on Friday, so failing kind of at pre-market highs here for FAMI as well, guys.
Oh, yeah, you and I were talking about that the other day, and FAMI, F-A-M-I. Let's have a look. That was going nuts. Wasn't that like 160 million shares or 60 million or something on Friday? It was an absolute nuts experience there to watch that trade on Friday. $1.20, yeah, looking like a good little break spot. We did have some consolidation there on Friday at that level before taking off to 165 and then just getting crushed all the way back down. So right now, yeah, we're just waiting on something to pop off. Still, trading our main stock here, Walmart, to the upside. Let's check back in on Nvidia though. Our out was down here, 182.75. It's still breaking days high again, goes Nvidia, but Nvidia's given everybody that chicken dinner winner there. We'll celebrate the chicken pot pie from the weekend and once again just throw it down for you. And I can't say this enough. Follow me on Twitter. This Nvidia trade was given to you guys 59 minutes ago. At 856, I loved 476. We did one better. We got 475 on Nvidia. Let's go. This is the trade that we wanted, guys. Follow us right here on Twitter. I've given you the winners, trying to do my best. If you need them for free, follow me on here. I sound like a sports handicapper, but these picks are free as you go, and a lot better ratio than many sports cappers. That's for damn sure. Follow us all on Twitter. We'll just keep making that money together, traders.
Yeah, I'm looking at this load. Obviously, Smart's going to be the easier one here if you can pick off something going into bankruptcy. But load was that other miner, which is to the upside here, trying to pull back in. We did fade off of this pre-market high, and it's $1.90 to the top. And that was way back when at 7 a.m. I think we're going to get a possible break shot at this 132. My caution for anybody looking to short this, I wouldn't short this break. There was support just lower than that earlier on in the pre-market, like $1.25. I'd be much, much more interested in fading off of this lower high at $1.80. But, breakout potential through $2 if it ever gets there. Let's look to see if we can't catch a 180 short first. Here comes 20 cents on Smart, but here comes also 11.11 on SRNE. So we managed to make our money back on NEO when we had the short reversal long. SRNE, if it breaks 110, that could be another pipe reversal trade. But for me, I'm going to be looking at load in front of 170 on any kind of a pushback upside. NEO, 1350 continues to wage that battle. I'm not going to go short again. I'm looking for that 1365 break.
Yeah, STFFU, yeah, I see all these penny stocks. Yeah, I'll be looking at that. And SRNE, I also gave you SRNE at 1130. So we're not messing around with that one until it gets way upside here, 1130, which could easily come in. We were looking at it down here, and I actually feel that obviously we had missed that trade. But I'm not the shares I'm trading with, I cannot take a risk of just messing around in these levels. We need to, take the breakouts and make sure that they win. So we're going to wait for that one on that. That's why we're still holding out out for something to go through here today. $65 coming on JD.com. We can see that. I actually don't mind a 65.40 break on this one if it can go. Look at IQ. We did talk about that the other day as well. Big move on Friday for IQ. This is falling right back to that same level, 820. Watch an 820 break here on IQ, especially if this market continues to fall. The only thing we have on board right now is our Walmart, and this is that NVIDIA trade that we keep on talking about. And sorry if you're done with it, but we hit that and we hammered it. Just wish we would have held on to more, but what can you do? Nice little trade. That's how I trade. Nothing but love for the upside on that one. And look at Walmart now at new highs here, trying to make it anyways. I don't know if that wick is going to hold up, 135.50. Let's take some out here in the 20s for a 45-cent win. Siren alert. We're back, baby.
Yeah, one of the things you can do is watch out for some of the levels that we talk about, but also real time. You're going to talk about direction, price change movement in MBOT. I did like it for the bullish play, but once it took out this 1070, we started thinking about the short. We mentioned to you guys, rolled over, got this consolidation short, 1050 area. I got 53s, taking some out in front of 10 even. If we break through that, I'm looking for about $1 win at 950. So look, you can come in with a bias to the long side. Price action indicates the short when it rolls over. We'll call that one out for you. If you like what you see here, let's grow the community, guys, because I know sometimes we see some awesome levels on ourselves, like Tesla 1685, 17 breaks. See some of you got that. But we miss out on some symbols, guys. And if you guys grow that community by sharing with some of your friends, we can all stand to benefit. I know there's at least a few names I'm probably missing out on a little bit today. One of them has been this load trade. Obviously, it gave you a nice little breakout off of that 155 level that we did talk about. I was only interested in the short if it had rolled over. That did not happen. So we'll look for the next trade in this one, which actually could be a breakout at $2 if it ever gets there. 10 o'clock already, guys. Time for Happening Now with Brennan.
Hey guys, 10 o'clock. Let's have a look at North American markets. We'll see how things are shaping up. On a Monday, we are positive, kind of. S&P 500 leading the way, 0.3% to the upside. I stand corrected. The NASDAQ is leading the way. However, the S&P back to basically day highs. So a nice look here, 0.3% to the upside. The Dow in negative territory, so 0.2% after being positive in the early going this morning. The NASDAQ, we mentioned, full percent to the upside. The Russell, small caps, doing nicely as well, 0.3%. Here in Toronto, 0.6% move for the TSX. Some of the gold stocks we mentioned lifting this market big time today. Down in Brazil, the BOVESPA, 0.25% to the upside. So a nice start to the week for the Brazil market as well. Here's ABX. So GOLD down in the U.S. Here in Toronto, Barrick is ABX up 9% on that Warren Buffett news, holding $39 right now. We got as high as 40 right at off the bat at the open this morning for ABX. Have a look at there's a couple other little tiny ones as well. If you like the smaller gold stocks as well, lots of volume, lots of liquidity involved. But this one leading the way so far, guys. We are positive, but just barely, guys.
Yeah, Walmart.
NASDAQ's very positive, by the way.
Time win once again, 70 cents on Walmart. We take that out here as now it's going up to the upside right now. 60 cents right now in the money on Walmart as that just keeps on going. We're just 2 for 2, man. 3 for 3. NIO, Walmart, and NVIDIA waiting for that. We're also going to get back into NEO here if it does break above 1360. Take it, Neil.
Yeah, I just want to get over to CVAC here, trying to break through this bottom here at 74.50. This spread is huge at times. I just saw a 40-cent spread. I might actually think about shorting pops a little bit better in entry here than breakouts because it's nearly impossible coming back in. I can tell you MBOT, which we just gave you to the short side, sort of talked about the reasons why you don't want to get married to one direction. You play the price action there. MBOT sliding to the southbound range. I already took some out in front of 10. So if I catch a 10 even break, like I said, I'm looking for about $1 worth of a win down into this 950 chop range. It did pull back when it broke 10 earlier in the pre-market, stalled out at about 930 or so. So I'll watch for 950 to be my price target. A bit of a break play on SRNE. First, third for a scalp to the upside. So, first short good, second short not. The breakout to the long is now in play for me using the opening range break at 11.11. I got 17s here. Let's see if it can get a little bit higher. Just took some out in the 30s. I'll then look to get, I don't know, I think if it breaks 1050, you're probably going to test some of these pre-market highs here. But the actual top is 12.38. I would almost throw that one away. Maybe we'll get there a little bit later on in the session.
Man, if we get to anywhere near there, we're going to be monstrous right now. So we'll wait to see how high. Also, NEO wants to go as we just took that one for a spin right now. We're long NEO and we are long Sorrento right now as well. So a couple breakout plays like we talked about here so far to go today. 11.08 maybe on the break. 11 or so on Sorrento all the way back down. We have 31s right now on that name. So we'll see how far this one wants to fly. But Sorrento, a little bit in trouble as it doesn't go. But here goes NEO. We'll see. We're long right now at 61, just banging off some 62s right now. Hopefully get into the 70, 75 on NIO, guys. Let's see how high this one wants to go. Right now, we're long 61s, like we said. There goes Sorrento, and guess what? We did it again right now. Let's just keep pairing some off as we go to the high side and catapult ourselves.
Just took about 25 pennies on the next quarter of that position. Look, 10.50 if it breaks, like we said. Who knows how far it's going to go. I'm going to ride that one through 10.50. 11.50, check that, guys, to see if we can make a push to that $12. Pre-market, we did talk about that high. It is quite far away. I do want to jump back in. I'll update you guys. I'm not going to be taking more shares in Smart unless we get a run back up to that 25. It's been a great short, fair enough. But we got to take that money and run. I'm still holding about a third of the position. No need to roll over into more unless it wants to slam to the downside. And even a 19-cent break. Look, you can short this one probably all the way to like 11 or 12. Friday's close prices. Bankruptcy is bankruptcy. One more name that I want to get back to very, very briefly here. Boeing got absolutely crushed off the open. Look at this bottom break at 177. Just can't seem to find any kind of a bottom yet on Boeing. If you hop to the higher time frame, this was the absolute low, both on Friday and Thursday, right at 172. So it does look like it's trying to actually consolidate at this range. It was the same thing off the top for 178.50. So you have double-edged sword here. Now we're brushing on the bottom end of the range after testing the top earlier. 172.50, if it can hold, that could be a bounce-back play on Boeing with a tight stop at the low of the day. Sorry, 172 even, I should say.
We're just working out. Again, another keystroke there. What a surprise. Out of NEO, but back in right here. So the price is going to be slightly off, but we still have the same amount of shares here on NIO to go to the long side here. We accidentally there punched out at 55, but got back in at 56. So affecting our average price, but that's okay. It's still that same break to the upside. Look at Walmart go, guys. We trust in this name, and now Walmart gives us a day's high here to go. So Walmart, beautiful trading north side on this name. It's still near day's high. 13, we're 4 cents away right now, and we hit that long. So that's 2 for 2 off those big winners. If you're trading with me today, you're probably done. We already hit those 2 big, huge winners. Walmart and NVIDIA, that's what we're talking about. Now we'll see how high we can hit on Sorrento going to the upside right now. Nothing but love on this one. Long at 31. Our best out's at 40, so we'll see 38, I guess. Yeah, 38. What's the high of the day? 38, okay. So we'll take some out on here again, and now we'll see the upside here. If we can get to 1170, I don't know where that broke come from, but if we can get up to there, yeah, we'll be monstrous today. Let's see how high this one wants to go, guys.
Yeah, already definitely a good day. Just the 3 positions on SRNE, letting that one run. Can't seem to break that 1050. Short in MBOT still working. Finally, a rollover in load. Of course, Brennan mentioning this other mining name up 90%. Was up 100%, now 90%. Rolls over here at 160. 155 was the level we liked. So we're going to take a shot short in front of this little 160 rollover price. But Brennan's got another one for us. What do you got there, buddy?
The other SPAC, guys, we were talking about Tortoise acquisition back on Friday. We had a 2-day move to the upside here on the daily chart to end last week. This is the other EV-related SPAC that's been moving around. Just broke 27, but right back down on a volume spike as well. So SHLL back on the move, guys.
All right. Yeah, just talking here with our producer. Walmart going to the upside. We just took. We didn't get filled at 40. Okay, I thought we would have got filled there at 35.40 there, but we did not. So 135 and change, still moving to the upside. Sorrento making moves as well now to the upside. We were waiting at 39. I don't think did we get? We did get our 39s there. So a nice little 9-cent win. Still waiting for some upside there. We're going to give it all the way back to the bottom 11 or so. If that doesn't hold, we will get out of Sorrento. But missed opportunity. I thought we had got some out there at the high side of 40, but we must have missed on Walmart. So let's take out a little bit more and then just hold our last little bit for that big time move. But I think we just got it. We came all the way back to day's high and failed. So watch out for Walmart failing back down.
Yeah, and I'm going to get you guys back to that CVAC. It does break the floodgates at 74. Difficult to catch that trade, but we're going to see if we can pick something up here. It's just, we got into load, by the way, that 155 area to 160. We'll see if we can't get a price in the mid-50s, testing it to 160. If it breaks that, it's hands off till it gets about $2 to the upside. Breaks that $2. I'm not using the pre-market high for a breakup price at 190. I don't like 190 breaks going into 2 on some small cap stocks, so I'm going to stay away from that until it hits $2. Otherwise, it's short in front of 160. Here comes a bit of a pullback opportunity for me here in CVAC. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't take this one. Why can't I get some 73s in there? Wow, this spread is just absolutely nonsense. I'm not going to chase it 60, 70 cents at a time. We'll keep trying to sit on this offer. There we go, finally. We got 73, 72.95 to the short side. I'll take some more shares in the 74 range. The thing about this stock is, look, you're not necessarily wrong to like a 76 break. Certainly, maybe you retested 80 even. I'm just taking the shot here that a $16 issue price and open at 40, testing 95 on its second day trading might offer an opportunity for the short side. This closed at 56. I would not be surprised if a 70 break happens. We could see at least halfway down towards that price, guys.
Yep, can't get them all. Okay, there we go. We're going to go to the upside right now on SRNE, 1122, 1123, waiting for that move to break through on that. So we'll wait for SRNE. Again, I'm giving it all the way back down here. I can't give it that far with the amount of shares, but I'm going to give it back to 11 to see on that break. But we almost got our out again here on Walmart. We will try that one more time, get some out if it does come back up here into the 30s, which it may just do right now. A good little trade there. Our NIO did get rinsed out at the bottom on a 50 break, but we still holding a little bit now, long 55s up to 58. Not a great trade there. We will massage back into that one when we do get a chance. But speaking about massages, what's up, Brandon?
Hey guys, yeah, let's get you a few more symbols to have a look at. We'll check out upgrades over here, downgrades over there. Nothing terribly exciting on here. Teladoc, TDoc was a decent move off the open. Volume already kind of dying on that one, but nice 3% move. I'll show you CVX in a second here, but this one, Sempra Energy to the downside today. A number of names in the energy group with downgrades on the day. Kind of hard to ignore this one though. Susquehanna with the upgrade and price target increase on NVIDIA. 6%, still pushing day highs here. This is 472. Yeah, we're at 490 for NVIDIA. What a move. That was to the upside. CVX, Chevron with a downgrade today, did get rejected up there at 91, all the way back into 89.75. Trying to bounce right now, but some of the energy names, guys, showing a little weakness. Back over to you.
Got a second leg into CVAC here on that little rollover in front of like 73, 74 area. Going to use the extra shares to be able to take a third out of in front of this actual low of day right now, which is like 71.30. We'll take some for like that dollar win and then look to see if we can roll the rest into a 70 break potentially. If that goes, I think we can get like 65s out. Certainly, I do want to jump back into, I still have some SRNE here, guys. It's just, we already took the scalp break long. It was a couple of short plays that we really, really liked. The first one good. Second one, no good. Third trade is going to be this long break, but 1150, 2 times we've tested this price. I think it's not a horrible idea here. Maybe even take the rest of the profit out for the 20-cent scalp and then look for maybe an 1150 break to the upside to take as the second trade. It's sort of allowing for the opportunity. If it pulls back to like a 1080, 11 even, maybe that's a better entry there a second time through. CVAC, yeah, still only $1 in the money. I needed to break not just 71, but 70. And when 70 goes on CVAC, I really, really do think this could get flushed. And that's where you get that potential $5 move, guys.
Let me know. Sorry, guys, just talking with the producers. Okay, Neil, get a little bit out there as we move to the upside. Okay, there goes SRNE finally into the 40s right now. We'll hit the home run on SRNE. Still continues, guys. Everything's winning today. We did lose on that last bit of Neil, but compared to everything else, we good. What's up, Brandon?
Another one, guys. Fluidigm, FLDM, 6.6%. Just broke $8 there on a volume spike. Nice look for Fluidigm. Not seeing headlines on this one, but another one to the upside, guys.
Yeah, and we'll go with some fireworks on CVAC here. It did break down to that 70, so second, third out. We're going to take the $2 win there. You take 1, you take 2. Now we're going to see if that 70 even can break. If it does, we're in the money here. We can let the rest sort of ride. Like Sean mentioned there, you play with a little bit of house money. Yeah, we had to pay. I had to pay 60 cents a share here, but I think immediately paying for it, sort of with the first trade or the second trade, it seems like a lot. But it's just not. Not when a stock is already showing you $10, $15 ranges, even late to this break here off the opening range bottom. Certainly there's some room that if 70 goes, you can get a bigger win that $5 range. Now for us, we have the advantage of being able to pay for those shorts. Check with your broker to be sure whether you can or not. I do want to jump back over to Boeing just to sort of not double down, but to mention again this 172. I did show you the last week's chart, double bottom here last week at 172, a bounce off of this after a $7 move down. Let's see if potentially Boeing can join this. I mean, it's not that big of a party to the upside. The ES only 0.5%. And the NASDAQ up 1%. But Boeing could participate holding this 172. It tried to break through, got like 10, 15 cents, and then went back to the upside. So a bit of a failed breakdown. If it can hold it, I like a retracement back into VWAP, guys.
What is gold doing? Gold is not doing much. We'll wait to see what it can do here on Barrick Gold. We have those wicks. Let's check out GLD actually for the actual gold itself here. GLD is an ETF traded with gold, so it follows bullion there. So you're going to see a big move to the upside. I wonder where we were talking about the break. I think it was right down here that happened early in the pre-market. Now you get some upside moves on gold. Let's check out the daily chart here on GLD. This is that break that we're looking for here, 186.20. That's what we had on mind. So we'll wait. It's not there yet, but that's GLD looking to make that move. Sorrento, we took some more off. I mean, this is Walmart. Walmart, we're still holding. We did get out there in the 20s there on Walmart. So a nice little trade there as we will explode the money for you. It's been a big day. I know you can see that here on the screen. So hopefully Sorrento can just top that off. This is the name that we're talking about. This is a 3-minute chart, so I'll put it down to 1 so you can see exactly where we got out coming through now. There it is in 1130. Out on the top side here, 1140, 1145, 1150. Nice couple trades there. I think our best out was that high up here at 1145 or 46. So good little out there on Sorrento. We're going to hold the rest now till 10 and change, but we've already done super well. Can't lose on this name, but let's just see how far Sorrento wants to go upside. I'm still thinking $12, guys.
Yeah, you can basically throw out that 7 being support. Well, I shouldn't say forever throw out that support be on Macy's at $7, but it is gone for now. Broke down that price. I was looking to see if it could hold it. Double bottom action here. Had it turned around, maybe it would have been a place to pick this one up. But weakness coming in on Macy's. Didn't really have any trades that we loved unless I saw a hold at that price. That would have been an entry point. Forget about it now on Macy's. Brennan, what do you got?
One from Friday, guys. If you remember, MTP, big gap up, big move to the upside on Friday, just failed at Friday's close. So a nice look at 265, 270 if you were watching that one. MTP back to the downside, about to test day lows, guys.
Okay, there goes Sorrento. We're still looking for that one to come through. We're still waiting for our, again, Walmart. We're going to hold this and drop this through at 134. So if 134 breaks, Walmart will be out. And then our last, 2% will come out. But right now we're waiting on Walmart to see how high this thing wants to go. I'm seeing TD Ameritrade is done. So check us out at daytradetheworld.com if you're looking to open up a trading office, proprietary trading floor all over the world. Unfortunately, not in the U.S., but if you're outside of the U.S., you can open up a trading floor with us at Day Trade the World. All the shorts you could ever want. We're trading SRNE today. We're trading NEO, Walmart, NVIDIA. No quote problems, nothing going on here today whatsoever. So check it out, our partners, and the best at daytradetheworld.com. Brendan, what's up, bud?
A little halt alert here. Rackspace Technologies, RXT, just halted, guys. Huge move up. Wow. 1680 to 1860 in a straight line there. Halted, obviously, on a volatility hot. Not a halt, not a lot of volume yet, but I'll let you know on RXT, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we'll watch this one. It looks like it'll open up in a few minutes here. If it's a volatility one, at least 3 minutes to go on that news. You are seeing that gap up to 18. I want to make sure we know what's going on. And to reiterate Sean's point, back to Brendan. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, right on cue. Looks like Amazon, talks of Amazon to invest in the company. On that news. I'll keep reading here, guys. But yeah, possible Amazon ties to Rackspace, guys, RXT.
Yeah, RXT, okay. Yeah, Amazon the leader right now. Wow, okay. RXT, to say that was a big one there on the halt. So we can't do anything about it, but we'll wait to see on RXT. Amazon going to be in talks. So see, where's the all-time high on this one? Obviously, it just opened up, so we'll wait to see. All-time high is right now, so we take that out. racks going crazy. That reminds me of rocket ship. So let's go over to that stock quickly. Rocket Mortgage right now on the New York Stock Exchange. 3.5 million shares. They did have earnings on Friday. That's Rocket Mortgage. And yeah, not doing much. We'll stay away from that one. Nikola on board as well. Another name that we quite often trade, fading back in today. I thought we were open at 44.45. Yes, that is where we opened up. And then we came crashing back down. 46 crash down. Let's take a look at this 42.80 a little bit closer here, guys.
Yeah, I'm watching SHLL. You'll hear me call it shill. It's just easier for me to say, guys. 27 even, a bit of a seller here, consolidating in a range. The market's going to come back in, but we break this sort of 25 penny range. You can go ahead and bracket that idea for me. So upside 27, downside 26.75 on shill. We do have a few positions on that. We'll update them. CVAC, as Sean said, we can go short this name. We were able to pay to do so. One of the advantages that we have here, trying to come back to the upside. So 70 does hold. I take shares out in front of resistance points. I'll have a break-even stop at 72.50, which is going to enter right here. So I don't want to have that last third for a home run turn into a losing trade. Now, if it wants to test back up, I still like the short idea in front of like 75, 76. It's going to be my number 2 stock today. I can't believe I'm actually still up more on Tesla than I am on CVAC. Tesla should have been way bigger, of course. 1685 was the real break. 17 was also absolutely fantastic. CVAC here, I'll take some more shares, 75, 76 if it gets up. Otherwise, we're now looking for that 70 even break to the downside. So we're paid for the shorts. I can use them as many times as I want. Getting in and out, that's an advantage here. CVAC, I don't think we're done by a long shot. Certainly 170 goes. 56 was the previous close. I would not be surprised if we see that today or tomorrow.
42.80, 43. Yeah, I said we look at Nikola. I don't know. I don't even know about this 43 level, to be honest with you, on Nikola. So NIO just fall back down. That's NEO. So we got out of that one. It's our only loser today. We'll wait. It's not a big one, but 40. There's some size here. 42.70. I just think $43. Nikola down 8%. I don't know. I don't think Brendan came with any news on Nikola today, but we are down there. Obviously, some people may be rotating over into Tesla. You can see how high Tesla's over, but that's not a rotation. I mean, everybody in Tesla's in Tesla. I don't think they're selling Nikola shares to get into that. So let's check out in some more spots here on the energy front on Workhorse. Down again. That's down too. Another 3%. So far, NEO, Tesla, Workhorse, Nikola, all kind of doing their own thing. SPAQ, SPAC. This is the name that's supposed to be taking over Fisker. Doing some nice volume here for sure. 1.2 million looking to take out the upside, but that had a flush downside as well. And then there goes SRNE. Okay, I must have had an order there, or that was just a bad wick, not sure. We didn't mean to get out right here, but we did, out at 11.27. So we'll re-look at SRNE taking long side. I was going to hold this to 11, but triggered out there today. So there are a few funny things happening. We're going to get back long in Sorrento and throw it over right now to our man at the board with, it looks like, small cap recap with Brendan.
Hey guys, yeah, let's have a look at a few small cap stocks that were moving around in the pre-market that we were talking about this morning. We'll talk with, or start with this one, Microbot, MBOT, surgical equipment maker, successful test with a robotic system, or first test anyways. I mentioned 12, if you go back to 925-ish, we were talking about $12 here, bit of a pivot. So had to hold there on the open, and it did, so nice look. All the way down to $10 now to the downside here for MBOT. So pretty easy structured trade there. Yeah, Sorrento just kind of sneaks into the mid-cap range, but we'll let it slide. I was looking at 11.30 here, which was that pivot from the pre-market. Just wanted more, actually, on a pop-up there at the open, but nice flush down to $10 off the open. Sean making money on the long side. There was an opportunity on the short side for SRNE at the open as well. And this one, we talked about this Farmini mushroom grower from China. 120 to 130, bit of a pivot through Friday afternoon, came up, almost got to 120. We're on the way back down. Not a huge exciting trade, but watch out for $1 on FAMI, guys.
Yeah, as Brendan says it on MBOT, it does break 10. I'm still hanging on to this one here short at that 1053 area, but it just snaps right back. It actually gave you like 985. I'm sort of waiting to hear down in the 960 area. Breaks 985 or so and then bounces back up. My stop is already set to break even. If it wants to continue down and give me my target, fair enough. It's going to be a binary sort of thing for me. And that RXT does open back up here. coming back very, very heavily. It tried another push to the upside. Now it's just falling like an absolute rock. And I mean, any thoughts I had of where to pick this one up, I'm going to need to see a buyer step in to have any interest here. But it's just pure sell-off on that little halt and retracement. This was down at 1660 when the announcement came. And then you did see the halt up to 1860. Well, let's watch it find some possible support on news. If it ever gives me that sort of breakout price like 17, I'll always take that one for an afternoon push. I've seen this happen time and time again. It sells off in the morning, and then maybe at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, you get a secondary play. We'll be all over that in front of like 17 if you can get it with a stop at that pre-market low, like 1650 or so. Definitely worth the shot. I'll get you right back to the sleepiest trade of the day, but also probably the easiest thing to ever do is catch a little pullback off the open on SMRT. Sometimes you get the buyers that sort of pop in when it makes a bottom and for some reason want to own a bankrupt company. We're short into it off 25, and now we have no reason to cover. If 20 breaks, like I said, we're looking for a 19 area as some more shares out in front of that low. Then we'll see if we can't hold it at least halfway towards the previous close at 11 cents. So, anytime you can pick up something like this on the short side with a level to work off of, we're going to do that time and time again. We had to pay for these, but they were super, super cheap for SMRT, like a cent or less per share, guys.
Okay, we did take that rack space, so we're going to wait to see how far this one can go. Don't know. We are long right now at 18.17, so a nice little 11-cent plus win here on RKT. So we'll wait to see. Rack Space Technologies got some bids up here, 19-ish. So if that can come through, then giddy up on that. We will trade this one to the south side here, to the north side, sorry, on RKT. A nice little win here, 22+ cent win right now already. So it's already another chicken dinner winner on RKT. But if it breaks below 18, we'll get out. You could take 30 cents if you want it. I'm going to hold on. What's up, Brendan?
Big monster mover from Friday, if you remember, Mesoblast, MESO. If you go back to Friday, huge gap to the upside on an FDA approval. Just broke 19 here, guys. We're up 7% again today for MESO.
I'm not sure if, I don't know, Sean, you're talking about RXT, I'm assuming there, right? Or is it, because Rocket's not really moving
RXT.
Okay, yeah, because I was looking at Rocket this morning. And certainly,
moving, right?
yeah, it's literally doing nothing after being such a great trade. I apologize for this wick. It's going to make things look a little bit funky here. But if you want to look at the entirety of last week, there is some interest if it ever breaks either of these lows. I mean, either you're talking about Friday's low at like 1867, 1865 would be the break, or down here at like 1830. Those look like they could be sort of jump-off points in either direction. So a bounce would be great or a breakthrough. Unfortunately, it's doing good volume on Rocket, just not a lot of volatility yet. But if we get a break at the bottom, I'd take either one of those trades.
And the destruction of Sorrento continues with another cowbell right now. Sorrento long. We told you we got out by accident there. No idea what happened. We wait for the next break, 11:36. Now we go to the upside, getting out 48s, 49s, 50s. We've got Sorrento right now again. So we hit the swish, swish. I say good luck to the Raptors today. Boom!
They don't need
we don't
luck.
need the luck, but I got a nice parlay in there. Raptors money line, Celtics money line, and Clippers money line. Take it to the bank. Your boy is also a capper. Let's see how that goes through. Look at Sorrento. Boom! A nice big win, 37-cent winner right there. The gorilla is out and about and dancing today as Sorrento flying to the north side right now, long 37s. We should still be long 30, but like I said, some kind of a mistake there gets us back in. Now we're long at 50, so 37, sorry, the stock's at 50. Nice little 13-cent win. We just took it out 54s. How high does it want to go? Out 11.20 if it does come through, guys.
Yeah, I jumped into that at 11.50 break. I sort of covered mine in front of the 50 and then back in. I think it can get to 12 as well on this little break to the upside. Look, ignore this wick. I don't think we actually saw 11.70. That's just a dark pool print. So that'd be new territory getting out in front of that 71st and then see how far we can run that one to that upside. Just to sort of jump back into what is moving, that RXT. Some consolidation now in front of 18. I think that gives us a base of operations. I was looking to see where there would be support that I could play off of. It does seem like 18 even. It did check through here to like 90s or so, 1790. But I'll take a shot in front of this bottom here, see if there's a secondary push in RXT. If it falls through that, the next stop would likely be all the way not down to like 17 even or so where this all started.
Okay, and I'm pumping up Day Trade the World here, guys. You guys have to use our software if you want to get some solid executions to go through. We're trading Sorrento, rack space. We just talked about that as well. Moving to the upside now. This is that stock that I was talking about, not Rocket Mortgage, but we're going to wait to see here. I'm still hoping for 19. It is funny how RXT and RKT, like Neil was mentioning, are basically the same price. What's up, Brendan?
LMPX, which is LMP Automotive, guys, big move up aftermarket Friday. Very rare, but earnings aftermarket on Friday, huge move for this thing on a beat. 750 up to 1250. We're coming back to the upside. Just alerted on some buy volume there for LMPX, guys.
LMPX, I actually had that one on my list. Sorry, I just got into some shares of that RXT on that consolidation. Picked them up at 21. I'll maybe add in front of a 18 as well. Look, 1790 is going to be the stop. I want to catch a pullback on SRNE as well, but I wanted to mention this trade. So every now and then, you're going to look like a complete tool. And this one for me, I talked about this consolidation on Shill at 28,675 to 27 even, bracket both sides. I had the stop order one way, but did not put it in the other. So that short, great. I hope you guys got it. If you did, welcome to like a 75-cent win, nice and clean. I'd look for a retest at maybe VWAP to enter back into that short, but I missed that party. Forget about it. I did mention pullback in SRNE. I already went ahead and did this trade. Breakout. Consolidation back into this sort of 1130. I'll pick some shares back up. At this time of day, I'm always looking for that shakeout on the break to make sure I get a good average price. Now let's see if we can take out this sort of 1150 to 60 area on the way to 70s. Brendan, what do you got for us?
I did note in the pre-market, guys, some of the blockchain stocks were moving to the upside, but big flush here, both on this one. Riot, 3.4% still, but look at the volume that just came into the downside there. It failed at 4. And if we flip over to the other one, Mara, also big move to the downside, guys, back below 4 for MARA.
Oh, Mara, yeah, Bitcoin moving around as well, breaking through 12,000, but not doing a whole hell of a lot on GBTC. I am watching that name for you guys as well. A few trades there, but nothing really to talk about on that. So we'll wait on GBTC to go. But that is a nice little look. I mean, we can call it up for you if you want to. I mean, here it is here, GBTC, 3.5 million shares, a couple trades, couple shorts, couple longs, nothing really going on through that. SRNE, we did take a little bit out there on the dip back through 40. It did come and retest where we're in, 37, but then made moves to the upside. So we're still giving it to 1120. We've already cashed out everything on this stock. Not everything, but we've already made enough money that this 1120 will no longer have to worry us. But a couple longs, both on breakouts. It's really nice when charts look like this because when your ins are always higher than your outs, you got some nice wins through there. So a nice little trade on Sorrento. We still have Walmart. That does not break $34. Again, look at this hold down here, 34.20. Should have looked at it. Was busy doing other things, but back to the upside now. A nice little 26-cent win we have on board here. And Rackspace not moving, still waiting for that buyout to come through from Amazon. But you know, recent IPO, lots of room to run here. Amazon looking at their technology. What's up, Ms. V?
Hey guys, I'm sorry that some of you have some difficulties with accessing the market today. Hopefully you can return to normal trading soon. And if you joined us for the first time, please subscribe and catch us live every day. Also guys, please help more people to find out about our great show. Share the link with your friends and post it in any trading communities. And if you didn't like this video yet, please smash the like button now. Your support is super important to us. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Wow, you might have heard me groan there. CVAC, when it broke $70 there, I mean, instant print at 68. So if you're holding on to the short already, a great entry point for you there because you would have gotten a $2 winner basically instantaneously. This is a floodgate that we're looking to open up. I was able to catch some shares here only at 69, which is complete insanity how far you're going to get slipped on that trade to the downside. But also watching that RXT. My stop is at 1790 on this one if it comes to the downside. Unfortunately, I'll have to give this one up. I did take some more shares in on the bid in front of 18 even on this little consolidation, but if it takes out the bottom, you know, I'll look for the next level down. Like maybe it's going to be that 17 if it wants to give absolutely everything back rack space on that news. I think there's going to be another shot here in the pullback. I'll take the first crack, but if it doesn't want to continue, I'm going to go tight stop here at close to like 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's the hour you don't want to dig in too deep. I do want to check back in very quickly here on SHLL. We did talk about the break missed at 26.75 that we gave you. Now coming back into VWAP, which I like, guys. So 26.50 area, I'll roll into a bit of a short here in front of that sort of a VWAP area, 26.60. SHLL will be my first trade of the day. Obviously, there were some other opportunities we did call out, but didn't actually execute. And SRNE, I'm holding it in front of 11.25. It hasn't broken it yet, so until that happens, looking for a target 75, the next level up.
This Tesla is nuts. Yeah, we're still waiting for RKT as well to go, and if it does, then great. But look at Tesla. Wow, a lot of you guys missing out on this due to your platform. Make sure you come over to Day Trade the World. If you're not American, you can come into our platform. But all these deep prints are killing me right here. But look at the upside right now on Tesla. Ever since the open, man, 1670, we're up a good $125 on Tesla. And yeah, hell yeah, it's good to be a Tesla shareholder on a day like today. I dumped some shares at 1580 a couple weeks ago. Nice to see it coming right back to all-time highs. Again, 18. Let me get what the all-time high is for you on this name. All-time highs on Tesla, 1794.99. 1794.99er right there on Tesla, all-time highs. So if we get to that, fantastic. I'm not taking out any more of this position. I'll let it slip itself 5-1. You guys know that. I believe it's shareholders as of record August 31st. So there you go. I'm not going to sell any more of Tesla. You see what's happened. I still think the next one to split maybe is NVIDIA. So watch out. Look what's happening to NVIDIA. No surprise, that's ripping up. I mean, I don't know if your chart looks like this, but I'm getting crazy amounts of these deep prints today.
Spoiler alert, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's not just me. What's up, B?
One-time high flyer here, guys. BIMI back to the upside today, 23%. Huge relative volume behind this as well. They surprised everyone today and filed their full-year financial results. No one was expecting it, apparently, but looks like they were a little bit better than expected. So BIMI doing some volume, guys.
And one of the other advantages we have here is I go to execute to the short trade in SHLL, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't actually have any locates. Let's see how expensive it is. And then boom, 2 seconds later, we're able to pay for those. So we'll get those shares short in front of VWAP as we sort of anticipated here. RXT does take out that bottom, so I've taken one shot at it, and we'll go fail action on that as it just broke 1790. So got to cover it. Gonna have to give this one up temporarily. SHLL, we did just jump into these ones to the short side. We'll take 39, 40 area. We'll take some in the 50s as well. I'm not going to give it too far here at this time of day, but if we can roll back into 26, nice little scalping opportunity. Stock has done volume. I think that's sort of the theme. You want to stick to what's moving. We called out some of the breaks this morning, whether it's going to be Tesla to the upside, NVIDIA to the upside. The market's only up in the NASDAQ 1%, and the ES still resisting any push towards that all-time high, only up 0.5%. So you got to find what's moving. CVAC has definitely been one of those. And I feel like I've done it to myself on this one. Sometimes you play with the house money and you get greedy. And we've talked about pigs getting slaughtered. I had a chance to take that $2 winner out in front of 67. Do not. I'm going to go break even stop here because I got slipped to 69 on the 70 break. That's a lot of slippage. If it does break 16, I'll just get out and look for a reentry point. At some point, I would love to be able to test this level here at 73.50 that we were short off of on our initial win. If it rolls over in front of that price, we can always jump back in again. The advantage of paying for the locates is once I'm flat, I can just jump in and use them over and over again and be active as a day trader. Gotta love Day Trade the World. Brent, what do you got, buddy?
A little one popping up here, OPTT, Ocean Power Technologies. So they've come up with a device that can harness the power of waves in the ocean to generate electricity. So they launched that product today and have shown it to the press for the first time. So OPTT up 20% here. It's had a nice little run on the daily chart, but 20% again today for this one, guys.
Oh, it looks like we might have missed Nicola on a break, but that's okay. Okay, SRNE back upside right now. We just took some out at 54. That was a great win. So I don't know. I'm running out of things to hit here, but we'll just slay that dragon because coming from Brendan right now. 1137 right now. 17-cent win right now on SRNE and looking for it to moon. These deep prints up here, 1170. We'll wait to see if those can come through. Shout out to Airplane Jane. Walmart right now, 20+ cents. cents higher now as well. 135.20 to go on Walmart right now. So big time wins, man. 25 cents on Walmart and a much bigger position share size wise here on Sorrento, as that one just keeps going to the moon. We had that idea. I told you, stay away from Sorrento until it does break this 1130 high, and it does, and we grab it once, not only once, but twice again right now, as this is making moves right now to the upside. The money just keeps on falling down for us today. Big time wins. Only loser today is NIO. Well, we did lose on Rackspace. Like Neil mentioned, we both had that same out, but that was small, just testing to see if it would moon. But SRNE right now, fireworks aboard on this name, just touches outside. 63 was my out. 61 was my out right there, as we're now at 63, 64, a beautiful 27-cent winner. I talked about this in the pre-market, how much I love Sorrento and what they're doing. I think this is fantastic. Let's see how high, man. Maybe a buyout coming for them.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of plays here in Sorrento. Fantastic short off the open, like we mentioned, and then the breakout of the opening range, which is continuing here. Now, I'm going to keep in mind, of course, we're at 1170. Just watch out for that pre-market top, 1230. That could be a nice little breakout price. I do want to get over to MBOB before we go to Brendan. A quick second here. It's now starting to base out. That 10 break was great, but maybe rounding out and finding a bit of a bottom here. My initial look was to see if we could find a place to go long. Played the price action short. I'm now looking at this area here, about 1070 or so, for a possible long break. I'll be out of the short if it goes break even, then looking for that long at that price. Brendan, what do you got, buddy?
Back to EV world, guys. Solo, another electric vehicle maker, up 8% here. Big, huge volume spike and a big, huge spike in price. So going to check out what the sectors are doing, and then we'll come back and look at Solo, guys.
Okay, we're still waiting. I'm still waiting to get some more out here on SRNE. I mean, I was waiting for 75 to come through. We did get very, very close. We'll take some more. Did we just get out? Yeah, we just got some more at 61s there. We're going to wait here for this level 70 to break. And then I have an order at 74, and then we'll regroup from that point. So right now, just out some. Did I just get that fill? Yes, I did. I got that fill at 61. So right now, we're in a third of what we have from right here. So a third of what we had on Sorrento. Already 149 fills today. Yeah, there is no easier trade, I think. Good on Neil for grabbing it, but wow. I mean, you can't possibly predict this. My kid always asks me, you know, Daddy, why don't you just buy that stock? And yeah, I mean, yeah, in hindsight, this looks fantastic. What a breaker on here, 1685, breaking that high of the day here right off the open and just taking off $100. It almost gets to its all-time high of 1794, but stops at 88. So watch out for that one. On alert right now. Walmart upside, Sorrento upside, everything good on this front.
Yeah, I'm just going to jump back to space, but we have to go to Brendan here for our sector watch. But watch out, Version down 5% and continuing to fall to the downside. So on my watch now, it wasn't before. We're going to have a look at Version throughout the rest of the session. Brendan at the big screen for our sector watch.
Hey guys, yeah, let's have a look at the S&P 500, see what is leading the market so far today. We are positive, 0.3% to the upside for the S&P. I want to start here. Industrials to the downside today. You're going to find all, or at least some, of the airlines, the airline makers in here as well. There's Boeing down 3%, Delta, Alaska, AAL, Love here, all 2+% to the downside. So industrials really weighing so far. GE here as well, 2.25% in negative territory. NLSN, that was an earnings name today as well. That was 2% to the down, or 2.7% to the downside. So industrials offsetting tech stocks today. We saw at 10 o'clock the NASDAQ really leading the overall markets to the upside. Here you go with the leaders. PayPal, haven't looked at that, 2.8% in positive territory. FISV, we have V, SNPS, and NVIDIA, the big one, 5% to the upside. QCOM right beside it, down 1.8%. So tech stocks are providing most of the positivity, along with this group, the healthcare stocks, DVA, DXCM, 3% plus. That one's 5 to the upside. There's Regeneron having a good day, 2.3%. AbbVie and INCY, all 2% to the upside. So healthcare stocks, tech stocks, both positive. Bank stocks are the big weight on the overall market, preventing this number from being a lot higher, I feel. Individual banks, the entire group in negative territory again today. We have some individual diversified financials that are positive, but overall This group also in negative territory, along with the insurance makers. Again, a few here in positive territory, but overall, banks are weak today, so offsetting any other strength coming from this group. Some more travel names in here. The cruise lines back to the downside today. CCL, where'd they go? Here we go. CCL, NCLH. Some of the hotels in here as well. MGM. There's Royal, Hilton here as well, down a full percent. Retailers are strong. If you come over to the retail group, led by L Brands, GPS, Dollar Tree there. Kohl's is the only one in negative territory. So a lot of things kind of offsetting each other. We are positive, but only 0.35%. Guys, back over to you.
If we come out of Brandon into a winner, we'll go yeehaw action. We're staring 85, 86, 87 in the face in Sorrento. Let's see if we can make a push at that 12 even. 12.30, we talked about that pre-market high way back when. Looks like we're going to see if we can't get it. I'm going to be out in front of this 12. I'll take the 50 cents. Look for potential consolidation in front of 12 even and a breakout at that price. I think there's more rinse and repeat action to be had. You sort of get the opening range break to the upside after making some money shorting, and then you get this consolidation in front of 50. Giving you a secondary push. I think there's a third leg potentially. That would be at 12 even to that 12.38 pre-market top that we're just looking at. But for now, I'm going to be flat on Sorrento and looking for the next push on that name. MBOT is one of the two positions that we still have on. Look, I'll be short SMRT, and if you want, look, if I can short that sign. Like Steinway. We'll be short SMRT all morning long. If it wants to break 25, fair enough. That's the only reason I'm getting out of that thing. Penny stock, bankruptcy, whatever, I'll take it all day. MBOT is rounding out though. 10 even looks like there is a bit of support. I got a break even stop. If it takes it out, I'm looking for a dollar win on this. I'll go break even stop, looking for a reversal to the long at about 65 or 70. Brendan, what do you have, buddy?
What a move here for that meso, guys. We just literally talked about this. Just went from $19 to $21 in a straight line. That big crazy mover from back on Friday, guys. MESO, huge move up there.
All right, and we're gonna hit the big stick here because Sorrento. I mean, we've been hammering that one all day long, and there it is, like the big win right now for us on Sorrento. Just taking some out now in the 80s. We actually, like we said, we take some out above or before 70. Then when 70 break, let's see how high we get upside. And now we're still running, man. I gave this one to you way in the pre-market. We talked all about this 1130 level and how much I liked what Sorrento was doing. So not only was this a play technically, but also we put on our investment banking hat and talk a little bit about what they're doing. So Sorrento, a big trade there. We did post that on Twitter. You can find that there for sure as we go. But nice little trade there happening for us for Sorrento. And then Walmart. Yeah, Walmart still. Once again, another pop a wheelie. Everything working out for us today. Look what we've had so far on board today. Racks, no good. NVIDIA, wowzers, still making new highs. This is the craziest trade down here. We take too many, not too many. We take the right amount of shares. Should have took more, but when we see that profit fly through, we do take some off there at this consolidation spot. This is a 1 minute chart, and then you come upside 482 on this potential break, but then this was a good long spot. Again, 484 and change. So we'll wait to see if we can get back into NVIDIA, but right now, not much on that front, and we will just wait for SRNE. I don't really have, I'm gonna find you some targets to the downside now of where we're gonna dump this trade, but we're long at 37. 43 pennies in the money on this one. The largest stock, I think. Well, my biggest trade today is NVIDIA, followed by Walmart, and now SRNE right on the back of it. So we've really only traded 3 stocks today with decent share size, and those are these 3. Watch for this 1170 break once again to the downside on SRNE. What's up, Mr.
Guys, watch out, Brendan. Load is making a run at that high of day. We talked about 190. There it goes right now. I'm looking at $2 for a break. I took my short off half an hour ago, guys. I gave you the 165 level, and we're only risking like 10 or 15 cents down there. So you got to have risk management if you're going to be shorting on a high flyer. I don't like the 190 break. I like $2 much better here. I wouldn't be doing a breakout at a $1.90. Brendan, what do you got?
Tops, guys. Big mover a week and a half ago or so to the upside. Tops just popped here 7%. Halted on a volatility halt. They just right now at 10:45 announced a share repurchase program. So 10:45 in the morning, a good time apparently to announce a share repurchase program. So a nice little bounce there for TOPS, guys.
I did want to say a big thank you to AKA Mazza. What's up, AKA Mazza? Thank you for coming and being a member on our show. Everybody can hit that join button and become one. What we're looking for, again, just supporting the show here. We're putting this on every single day for you. I hope you'll be able to win. Like I said, if you're following me, you've made a hell of a lot more than $5 today, but that's it. Thank you, Lloyd, as well, right update there. Thank you so much for that. Again, you know, we're giving you the trades. We're putting in the work. Let's see if we can get some sponsors here from membership. We would like you to share, though, on YouTube. There is that little share function. I'll call it up here. Look, I'm going to be watching myself in a second. This little share button right here. Hit that. Send it to your folks there. Anybody part of trading groups or whatnot, hit that share. There we go. Now it's calling up on the screen. So hit it there. It's about a 6 or 7 second delay on the servers, guys, but that's what we're doing right now. Hit that like, hit that share.
Yeah, I still like to break it too on load, but I'm gonna update here. As it tries to roll over, if it fails at the pre-market top, like this 190, you know, check that. It's like 192 it just did. So sort of a failed break through that high. That's why I don't like the breakout play in front of an even dollar like that. I'll take the short in front of that high. Only risk again 10, 15 cents. It'll be breakout too if I get it. I think we can get down to VWAP on any kind of a pullback here. So I did get some at 81. Maybe adds that in the mid 80s if we can. Low to the south side. Still, of course, an MBOT, which, you know, I actually kind of thought that maybe MBOT wanted to make a break up here, and I'm still holding these shorts at 10.53. I thought maybe it wanted to bounce off 10. It's making another run through this press. I think if it takes that another time, we'll be good to go for the second half with that sort of $80 to $1 target that we have downside. It's done 20 million shares. Really starting to slow down, however. I think it's always worth noting. We talk about volume, and, you know, we do a lot. We've covered volume several times on our market wisdom page, but you see things taper off a little bit here. This is why I'm not adding to this position. I'm not going to take a break of 10 even again. It's either it breaks and gives me the 80 cent to $1 winner, or I get a break even trade. Really starting to slow down here. And speaking of market wisdom, guys, coming up a little bit later on, we talk about, and look at that picture. Fantastic job there, Lucas, making me look good somehow. But look, we talk about how to bounce back from losses. I think that's an important thing, and we're not going to have one here today. But they happen to everybody, and mentally preparing yourself for the next session, or even a couple of losing trades or days in a row, is an important thing if you want to make this your career. So that's coming up on our Market Wisdom page. I think we should all look forward to that one. We don't look forward to losses, but we can obviously learn a heck of a lot from them and become a lot better together, guys.
Yep, good little look there on that video. We'll see SRNE coming back down here. We do have an out spot, so we'll wait to see if that comes through here on SRNE. Where did I put it at? 1164, so we're getting very, there it is. There it is, SRNE out and slayed that dragon right there off of this 37 long. We took out some beautiful trades upside, so there it is again, SRNE, feather in ye cap there for that trade. So a big trade there, SRNE. You can see the love there going through on that stock. So boom, nice trade to the upside. The only thing we have on right now is Walmart. And by the way, that's at day high. So giddy up on that. We line up those pins and then just completely beat them down there with a nice trade happening on Walmart upside there. We took this early. We gave this to you early on in the show and then pumped it all day. And now Twitter, I was going to say Twitter not moving. Walmart now moving to the upside. We'll take a look at Twitter. We'll take a look at NVIDIA as well. But we're good to go, man. This has been a big day for us. Look at RKXT. We did get out of this one, and now it's busting out through 19 once again. We did get out on that 17 break. Bad out, obviously. Now making new moves to the upside here. 1940. It looks like it's real on this one. Looks like they'll be getting bought out, most likely, or at least some sort of investment from Amazon. RXT here. Big stock moving to the north side.
You know, the only thing I'll say about when you make a bottom wick like that, and I know it kind of caught us both there, is when re-examining it, it means that the level that you had significance to it. It just means the play around it was a little bit wrong. So, you know, I can sort of take that and look at I'm going to look at this top here at 19. It's actually 45, not 50. A failure to get through that price. I mean, you could have another little pullback here at this time of day. That would be worth it to the short side, I guess, in front of that little break at the top here. So like 1950, I would use the top, not 45. Similar to what Load is doing. If it takes a top, maybe a breakout trade, but if it tries to slide back to the downside, could be a scalp opportunity in front of it. I don't see it happening yet. It's pure buy action here, and if 1950 goes, I'm going to be triggered into a long, guys.
All right, we're hydrating ourselves up here, guys. We've been drinking too much coffee today, so we'll switch over to the water. So shout out to everybody who's part of Hydration Nation. Jarhead, everybody out there, will let the water go through right now. Hopefully that doesn't make me have to run anywhere, but we're dropping the water. Wow, there goes Racket all the way up Spice, Rack Space Racket. The stock maybe is a racket. All the way up through 1950 and still moving, guys. Thank you so much for Chief Keith there. Chief Keef, what's up, Chief Keef? And we'll hit that for you right there as we go. But okay, Chief Keef and Lloyd, we've already did a welcome to you. Thank you so much for coming to the show. It's been a big day today. Needless to say, you could see the damage that we've done on Walmart and NVIDIA, and we'll keep doing some more. SRNE has been something special for me as well. So big trades today. Not super active, 156 fills, but only 4 or 5 names. Like I said earlier, this was going to be a little bit of a slow day as far as ideas are concerned from my side, but the ones that we did have were monstrous. So we fly over Valeria's head there today, and it's been a big one, needless to say, but there goes RXT. Ah, damn it. How did we miss that one?
No, didn't miss the break on RXT, but there's a break on low. So 2 shorts with tight stops, both broken out. I'm not going long until $2. Maybe that's waiting too late on that one. Thankfully, the second trade on RXT is going to get a winner. It goes to 1975, which, we talk about these quarters when we have these breakouts into ranges that have no prices for us. I'll use those quarters and those evens as much as I can. So a quick little scalp, 50 to 75. I like this one all the way back to about 1920 here. So if we do get below that 20 mark, I'll be out of the trade. I might be looking for a pullback opportunity at like 25 to 30 to reload this and try and see if we can't get a run to 20 even. But it looks like, of course, Rackspace, like Sean said, legitimate to the upside here. I don't know how far it's going to go. I'll take it out in front of every single quarter. It is already time to hit the big screen and money talks. Let's go to Brennan.
Hey guys, yeah, let's have a quick look at currency markets so far today. We're seeing weakness in the U.S. dollar coming back into play. We did see a little bit of a bounce back at the end of the week last week, but weakness in the U.S. dollar back in play today. So a lot of these going to be to the upside, including the euro there, 118 and change. Canadian dollar did blow through that high we were talking about from last week, 75.5. We're up more than half, or was more than 0.5%, 75.7 now for the CAD. Yeah, we did get above this high. This was the high from last week. Mentioned a couple times, came up, tested it a few times, but failed. Got a bit of a pullback in this area, but right up through it this morning like it wasn't even there. British pound also back to the upside today. Was above 131 last week. We're starting to creep back up to that area. These two to the downside, a little bit of volatility play. Japanese yen, Swiss franc down both at the same time as per usual. Australia dollar and New Zealand both in positive territory. Nice look for the Aussie here, 72 cents. Yeah, we're almost parity there with the Canadian dollar and the Aussie dollar down about, or sorry, up about 0.5% for the Aussie. New Zealand 0.05 to the upside today. Bitcoin having a nice move just recently. It wasn't doing a heck of a lot in the pre-market, but just recently 3% move here. 12,160 now for Bitcoin. Ethereum down on the day, negative 2%. If you remember, the end of the week last week we saw Ethereum in positive territory a couple of days. Bitcoin lower today, the opposite, a little bit negative here. 431 still though for Ethereum. Guys, back over to you.
Yeah, I have some crypto I like, of various ones. Cardano, ADA is a good one there. If you are looking to invest anything there in that space, we can only really trade GBTC here. We also do have Bitcoin futures back on board. So if you're able to and want to, you can trade with us there at Day Trade the World. Bitcoin futures for that, if you're interested in it. RKT, I don't know, Neo's gone, but RKT did flush all the way back down. So we can see what that one wants to do coming up soon here. RKT with a nice little flush downside now through 19, breaking back through 19. So I don't know when we're going to wait to see what the next move is here on RKT, but I think it needs to definitely get back through 1945 on the long side here of this name before we make any real moves going through. But RKT back down now, flushed out. We only took a small little hit on this first part when we sort of first thought the news was coming through, and then we got this downside, so we can wait again. What's up, Tim, as well? Thank you to all the new members. Tim and Chief Keef there. Yeah, there's Tim. Tim Katsapas. What's up, Tim? Thank you so much for joining us on Trader TV Live.
Yeah, I mean, I got stopped out in the second half of mine. You did a break on the RXT here. 1950 was the break. Got out 75. The second half, we talked about that 30 break. It looks like I got 25-cent win, 25-cent loss. So it's a flat trade on the second half of that one. Unfortunately, I want to jump back over to Neo for a quick second here. The reverse long trade. Maybe I took it off too soon. I don't know. We take it off in front of that 60 area. It is testing 1375, and there was a pullback into this like 1340 area, which was the pre-market breakout price that we liked. So, probably should have had this one. Anytime you get a breakout of the pre-market high, look for a retracement at that price and see if it tested. It did. It gave you a secondary push. Now staring 1375 as the top on NIO here. That could be worth it for the break. Thank you, Mirko. So there we go. MBOT and SRNE, a couple of nice wins for us. Shout out to both of those. I know we've been looking at those as well. Both Brendan and I had MBOT, both Sean and I had SRNE. MBOT, however, again, here is this $10 test. Continues to fail to be able to get through, just holding this 50 penny range up and down. This is why I have a break-even stop. If it breaks to the upside out of this range, I'm not going to be caught short. But we are looking to see if we can hold for a bigger winner to that downside on MBOT. It cannot be a losing trade. But certainly, the more it holds this price at 10, the more I think there could be a secondary long play in this. Maybe it's going to be at 11. I was looking at 1070 earlier. That would be a quick entry, like an early entry, using probably that 1050 as a 40 area as a first stop. 11 break, I think maybe that could be the one that you see, in the afternoon or so, like that 1:30 to 2 o'clock idea, guys.
Okay, President Trump talking, they lose money on Amazon. That's
another one of those helicopter things he does.
Yeah, the best. We'll wait to see here what he's saying, but he's just talking about Amazon and that the USPS is losing money with them. Yeah, of course they are. I don't know how they deliver for it so cheap. But here we go. Amazon obviously not affected by these comments at all. So we'll see. Amazon still cruising up 0.7, where the market up 0.57. So Amazon seems to not worry too much about what's going on right now. They can always find just as good deals with anybody else. FedEx probably would love to get that business, so we can wait on that. But I'm not worried about that as a longer-term play. What I am worried about is some of those banks that we're holding for longer-term plays. Very, very weak last week. They were strong early on. We did talk about that. Oh, my daily chart is not working, so we'll have to close that program. But JP Morgan, I know you did talk about that as well, Brendan, last week, today, about the sector watch, when we're talking about the banks. Right here, JP Morgan fading back down today, near the day's low, $100.70. When I get the longer time frame up, we'll have a closer look here, but JP Morgan looks like a good breaking spot here on the downside.
Yeah, and I just want to show you that SMRT. This one looks like it could go. Just tweeting out an update on this position for us here. And I've had this 24 short basically all morning long. And you'll see I'm no longer taking anything out through this bottom. Here is 20 even. And I'll show you level 2 because here, day trader, we got direct market access. I can show you what's going on right here at a couple of 200,000 shares or so. Actually more than that, like 250 on the actual bid at 20. Once that goes, we closed at 11 cents on Friday with this name. I'm not saying it fills the entire gap in, but it would not shock me if we're able to get some shares out in the 16 to 17 cent range, maybe even 15 down here. So we'll take the second leg, the last third of this position, or actually check that quarter of this position out. Once we get a 20 break, it would still then have to go through the actual low of day. That's 19 cents if you want to look here right off the open. It gave you that. But then since then, it's been retracing. Let's see if we can hold the rest of this through that 19 break and get our target of 15 to 17 cents, somewhere in that range. If it bases out, I'll cover the rest. But easy shorting a bank or a company here, and we'll take advantage of that. I want to go over to Overstock. Haven't made an execution in it, which is ridiculous. Wow. Ignore this wick. It didn't actually give you 90s to the entry point, but you certainly could have had 100 even. Now testing 109 double top action on Overstock. So the party continues with that name. I'd look for that break potentially later on. But the first look would be for me to see if you can't do that little scalp idea 107 down into VWAP if it breaks that price. I'll try to get like a quick little buck out of it. It's 11 o'clock, guys. And that means we need to jump to our European update with Valeria.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe is in a mixed territory today. Britain is up 0.75%. Germany is up 0.19%. France is up 0.22%. Italy is down 0.3%. And Russia is down 0.18%. British Airways owner IAG fell 5% today. That's all with Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
Okay. V for that update here. Walmart cruising to the north side here as per usual. We just talked about that a little bit, and it's going there. JP Morgan is the new trade alert. We're looking for some trade ideas, and we might have found one right now. Short 59, JP Morgan on a possible market break. It does touch 50 and bounce there. So this short idea right now is in. We also have Sorrento now. We took this one long again. We'll keep dumping some as it's approaching 12 bucks. And bang, Sorrento back in the building for us. We talked about getting more shares on this one. Let's see what happens when it breaks 12. But JP Morgan to the downside. Yes, sir. Quick little 10-cent scalp there. And then now we're looking for the same on Sorrento. Long 92 on this break. We did rinse this out at 1160, but we get right back in. Let's see how high this one wants to go, fading off 12 right now.
Yeah, just to get you guys updated on space, I know we talked about this one before when it was holding this breakout to the downside at 1775. It did take it out, so it's continuing southbound. SMRT just broke 20, so there you go. I literally just mentioned it to you, and then 20 break already at 19. We got this one at 24, so no worries there. We finally get over to this, get back over to this RXT idea. If it gets a consolidation higher, I do like to push potentially off that 19 even area, guys. But I'm going to probably sit this one out until something along the top end area break or another retest to 1950. Already, one trade that was a loser, another trade that was flat. The read isn't the best. That's why I might stay away from it a little bit there. But just to show you, this is the floodgates. I just got some out at 1850. I mean, I sit there holding that trade all morning long, and then 1 minute after I talk about that 20-cent level and show it to you guys, there we get the break. So 24s, 1850. Next target's at 18 and just shy of 16 on that little break here of 17 if we can get it. Nice little win over here in SMRT. Look, if you get a shot at shorting a bankrupt company that people buy up to 100%, you got to take it here. That's why we did.
Yeah, SMRT, okay, good win there. We have big win here, 17 cents right now on Sorrento. So that's why we hit the little cowbell there for you. We are 1 for 1, 2 for 2, and now 3 for 3 with the big ones. Hit the siren. This is what you guys want today and every day are these big time wins, including JP Morgan right now. What up, TY? Hope you have a good year this year, TY Hilton. But we're just joking, fantasy football here. Thank you so much, TY, for joining up there as we go look at this win on JP Morgan. Hopefully it can come to the downside. We've cashed out of a little bit, but SRNE is a 20-cent win right now. Pigs get slaughtered, but we are not being that. We just keep on cashing in on Sorrento. The money is flying through here. Microphone issues or not, you cannot slow down this. We go to the high side right now. No LFT right now, so our highest spot today is right now as Sorrento making moves to the upside. We've posted all of these trades on Twitter, guys. Follow us all over there as well, but we are making moves now to the upside. Walmart, holla, back to day's high as well. Hit the air horn for that trade, Brendan, because Walmart right now, 65 cents in the money. JP Morgan, 10 cents in the money, and Sorrento, a dime piece in the money as well. What's up, B?
Yeah, a lot of day highs popping up right now. Here's one at day lows. Neil, you were talking about this one. Virgin Galactic, guys, there was a bit of a note over the weekend about short sellers kind of circling this one, talking about how much cash they're eating up without any revenue coming in, talking about their long-term plans and stuff like that. A lot of question marks raised in this short seller note over the weekend, but yeah, 5.5% to the downside for space, guys. Market kind of rolling over here as well.
Yeah, I mean, getting absolute questions. What we love about you, Brendan. Get that news to us. Like 2 seconds ago, we talked about that name, and then we get the big break there. I did take that overstock position as well on the rollover. We like it. Look, just because you like something fundamentally doesn't mean you can't jump into the other side of the trade. It's consolidating lower. As long as we can hold around this 108 area, you did have a double top at 109. I wouldn't give it to that price, but if it can roll over here, I would add to the position in front of 108. Otherwise, we'll just stick with what we have and look for a VWAP sort of retrace idea on overstock. The market, look, overall, I mean, it's still at 0.5%, but we are sliding a little bit to the downside on the ES. I'm not to say that it's any kind of a sell-off. The NASDAQ coming back in, but still at 1%. It's not about the overall market today. Arun said he makes a trade a day. It's all about the stocks that are moving. We got the ones that are definitely on the move. Again, One that is moving, Nikola, trying to bounce back to the upside here. I apologize for these wicks as usual. I'm now staring in the face the 43.50 or VWAP, a potential break to the upside if it can get there. Nikola been under pressure all morning long. It's finally put in a bottom at 42, and now you have this range break idea here at 43.50. I've seen this trade work for me multiple times, especially on Nikola. Scalping 43.50, get us some out in front of 44, ride the rest for like a 44.50 to 45 area push there. So I just added overstock. Basically not really moving off that 107 area, but Nikola 43.50 on the radar, guys.
And guys, we hit the home runs again, and I see all the love once again. I see all you guys there on NVIDIA, all the love. Thank you so much on the chat for NVIDIA. I see some love here from Sean. Good name. I'm short with you on JP Morgan. Hell yeah, you are right now. As JP Morgan, look, I mean, this is just big trades alert all over the place today. JP Morgan, here we go. 30 cents downside on this trade. Big time look there. SRNE, we just keep on destroying that one. Walmart, 60 cents in the money. Those of you that traded NVIDIA, holy crow, this keeps going long. We're long at 475 down here. The day just keeps getting bigger and better for us, but let's see what else Brendan has.
Let's go to small cap, maybe even micro cap world on this one, but Muscle Maker Grill, a little restaurant chain, going to the downside or to the upside this morning, guys. There was a note on Friday that they were teaming up with Reef's Delivery Only Neighborhood Kitchens. That's going to be a door-to-door residential delivery service for their food. So popped up on that news on Friday late in the day, just halted, resumed, but got crushed right back down to 340. So big time volume coming in on the downside for Grill, guys.
That's a name that'll make me hungry there. Why not? Watch out, Neo. We talked about that 1375. I just watched it taking another run at this little top here, guys. So if we get a 1375 break, it's worthy of a little bit of a scalp trade. I mean, if it wants to roll over, I might take a shot, depending on how much, sort of size and resistance it runs into up here. It's not a tremendous amount of shares for that whole play. We automatically jump in front of it, but there is a bit of resistance at that 75 on level 2 here, guys. And we have direct market access to be able to show you what we are seeing live on this level at 1375. You get that break. Fantastic. We'll try usually to scalp this one, just given the time of day. It's 11 o'clock. You can't always expect the parabolic moves. That already happened, and we had that break on Neo. Secondary push here, looking like it could come any second now. I want to quickly jump back over to this MBOT. We still have this one on. But I just want to keep alerting because I know some people are watching this. The reversal for me is going to be at 1070. That's where I will try to go long. I've said that all morning long, but the stop is at break even, which is 1050 on the short that I have right now. So a bit of a different price to go long as opposed to where I'd cover my short on MBOT, but going to be looking for that any second now. It's looking very, very strong off this 10 level, which it's bounced off of a few times here. So as good as the short was earlier, I think we're going to get an awesome opportunity for a long break again on MBOT, guys.
Awesome opportunities is what we're all about, and that's what we're taking today. Look at JP Morgan to the downside, guys. And I guess this is why you're super excited to be with us. This is another big banger. 30-cent win right here on JP Morgan, given to you even before that happened. Big time move there. Oh, yeah, by the way, SRNE, days high, and your boys still got those on as well, so that's a siren alert. I mean, where are we losing here? Walmart. I mean, we've been banging Walmart out. Sorry, I just tweeted this. That goes out. Walmart, we've been banging this one all day from 134, now back to days high. So 75 cents on Walmart, 25 cents on SRNE, 25 cents right now on JP Morgan, and nothing else. And if you still held your NVIDIA, welcome to $14 on that one. Our best out was an $8 win, but yeah, it didn't hold enough. But as a shareholder, we're loving NVIDIA today, and we're also loving JP Morgan, trying to make new lows here, bouncing off $100. Oh yeah, my daily chart, I need to reload that, so we can't really have a look at where the downside is, but $100.25 is where we bounced. Let's take a little bit off there. But guys, once again, everything today, not rolling the dice. If you're following these trades, it's been pretty solid. Nothing even been against us today. The only trade that we missed up on was Neo, and then also one other negative stock. You probably see it down there. Watch down below. You'll see all the trades flying through in all of our stocks, but rack space right there. Missed opportunity to the upside. We did get out on that break. I don't know why we even took that break, but there it is out there. We try to be as honest as we can. Walmart now 90 cents in the money, cracking through days high. So there's the cheer and there's the bull. And don't worry, I'm here all week, guys.
I'm going to jump back to over RXT because it's going to be in play the rest of the day. We talked about this news, of course. Going to look for a better spot to get in. I wanted to see another test of a high if we could, just to have a better idea if I want to be shorting this name through like a 19. It's going to give you this break here, but I'm staying away from it. Like I said, I really wanted to see it test 1950 before I could get behind that trade to the south side. It's just about not forcing anything here. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be, look, it might be good, it might be bad. I don't have an idea, and I don't have a good read right now on Rackspace, and that's the only reason I'd stay away from that setup. I don't necessarily want to stay away from one of my good friends, and that's going to be Virgin Galactic here, finally making a bit of a bounce here to the upside. I'm going to break long. We already mentioned in Nikola at 43.50, but I don't know that I'm all over the long until we get like an 18 area test on Virgin. I would probably take a shot to still be a bit of a part of the sell action here. Brennan, of course, giving you the note that it's in the crosshairs of some short sellers, which should also let you know that there is the potential for some kind of breaks and squeezes that we can take advantage of. Usually I'll prefer that at like a 1750 or an 18 area as opposed to like randomly here at VWAP, guys. So I'd be looking at 18 for a possible break up. Otherwise, let's see if we can't play the trend on consolidation, scalp some shorts here in Virgin Galactic. First level I'd look for, retaking the 1750.
All right, we get some out of SRNE. We're going to get some Nikola soon, breaking through 20 here. We'll try Nikola. We did talk about Nikola breaking 43 early on. I missed it, but if you're able to get it, it does go to 40 there, 48, 49, 50. So we'll try one more time if it breaks through this top right now, 43.20. But we're already huge today, and I don't want to give back what we've already made. So SRNE back upside now, 12.21. That was our best out. We dumped some as it looks like it's going to break through 12. 12.06 was our out there. Let's just dump it if it comes back here. 11.79. We have 10% left on this one. So JP Morgan gets me a little nervous there. So we did get some out there, 35 on a break back up. We do have 40 coming through, but the future's obviously making a move back up, but JP Morgan still falling down. So siren alert. Ho-hum, another winner. JP Morgan, 30 cents in the money. Look at Walmart. Futures do not care about this one as the cowbells are back into the building now on Walmart. You can see, and the thing is, we took out the big stick on this. We got to remember to hold a little bit longer. Walmart, bang, there it is. The money coming in there off of 134.70. And again, we talked about this in the pre-market. We'll talk about it again, but it's a big trade for us on Walmart, as you guys can see.
Yeah, I want to give you guys some love to work with. You don't want to overtrade it this time of day, but certainly Penn Gaming here attesting towards this opening range top. You can see how heavy it fell off. About a $2 move off 53.24 at the open. 25 obviously the level I'd be looking at here. If it catches a break off that, fair enough. First look is if there's any kind of a rollover chance, you can always scalp that one. Look, I like Penn to the long side. Maybe it's a bit of a bias action play. We'll call it that. If it gives me a break, I'm likely to take it. Worth noting, pre-market high, you'll see 53.50, but when there's just no volume attached to it, it's going to be irrelevant. And Penn wasn't doing any moves pre-market, so throw away that 53.50 high. 53.25 is the price to look at 9:30. Brennan, what do you got?
Fitness gym operator, Town Sports International Club on the NASDAQ extending a bit of a move from Friday here. We had a big pop from 50 cents to 80. Just broke $1 on a huge volume spike. So big time relative volume once again today for Club, guys. CLUB on the NASDAQ.
All right, we got Nikola here as we explained it, long 21s, and here's, again, if you want it, I mean, I don't know, I'm just spitting these out for you for free right here. Look at Nikola, we just did get it. It's a 10-cent win. If you want it right now, we're going to try to get some 50s upside now on Nikola, as now it's ripping, not ripping, but it depends what you get here. The spread a little juicy right now, but 6 cents. We are long right now at 21. It does stop out there 33, 35. So maybe we'll take a little bit out right now on that name. But yeah, this one just still going upside here on Nikola. We do think that there is some, so let's wait to see on that one on a possible breakout. Walmart at day's high. SRNE does not even look at 12. It does look at 12, but turns right around upside now on Nikola. So JP Morgan still now at its lowest spot since we've had it, back to 25. This is a 40-cent win that we have on. 85 cents on Walmart, 20 cents on SRNE, and now we'll just wait on Nikola, see if this one wants to give it to us. And there, whoa, it just went to 35 before crashing a little bit there. Or sorry, that's NVIDIA. Sorry, am I talking about? Nikola back to 24. We'll wait to see on that one. Yeah, NVIDIA, wow, that was a banger.
Yeah, Penn turned on a dime at that 53 quarter, 53.25, so no entry on that one yet. Just going to jump back over to Tesla. Nice consolidation here near that little top, and 1,800 are going to be in place. We talked about 1,700 $100 ago, and now 1,793 is the new high. If it's going to give you a secondary push, certainly I would prefer looking at like a 1780 break if you're bullish than the actual high of day. I think 80 makes more sense and 1800 makes more sense than necessarily taking this sort of 93 top. It's sort of an odd price to look at, and you can get the early move here. And if you do have like an 80 to 85 break, you're giving it to like 70, just better risk to reward type of opportunity on Tesla. If it does come back in, I mean, we're getting a little bit of stall in the market. If it does come back in, I'd watch 65 break to the downside. I'm not shorting it through Tesla, but that's the level that's sticking out like a sore thumb there. I did want Penn on the break. It does look like the first shot is Penn rolling over, not to VWAP on this candle. That's just a bit of a dark pool print, but it does turn around on a dime. That opening range, 53.25, looks like it has some significance for us there. That's where my stop is for a break of that range, and then we'll see how far it can go. You want to jump to the higher time frame just to note. Just recently last week put in this sort of 50, just shy of 55 area. So that's where I would think we'd have resistance in the afternoon in the event that we do get a break at 53.25. Not set in stone, guys, but that's where I'm going along on Penn Gaming.
All right, we'll talk here. Okay, so JP Morgan, I mean, just continues to fall down. That's a pants down trade, and I guess that's for me too, because I'm a shareholder on JP Morgan. It hasn't been a great couple days, but we make all that back right now with a nice, beautiful short here. We will tweet this one out later for you as well. I think we just did, but JP Morgan now coming to the downside, so watch out for that one. Walmart still days high. We're working on some new ideas here. Nikola, still waiting for this to crack. I'm sitting here at 50 just in case. We will take some out. We're long right now at 21. This could be a losing trade for us. No idea, but we got to give Nikola at least back here to 42.65. Look, it's 11:20, and that's not generally a time where I'm going to put on a lot of risk. We don't need to already. We're already huge. This is already a monster day for me, so we will say to the moon with everything. All the ideas we had today have been fantastic. The only one that really did fail for us was NEO, and look where NEO is. Long, long, long. The problem is your boy takes too many shares, and I can't hold them all the time. So I did get out. We'll have to regroup. I'll have to lower my share size on NEO so that I can hold a little bit longer. But all these buys, if you are still in this, this would be a win. So really, today's day could be a perfect one if you don't have all of my outs. Nothing I've taken is against you if you still have them on right now. So including as well Racket Space coming upside, Racket Space coming upside right now, breaking once again. We'll see what happens. It does look like after some technical difficulties, we do have our guest trader of the day, one of our favorite segments. Brendan, let's go.
Hey guys, yeah, better late than never. Having a little the week off, but guest trader of the day, time sponsored by Lewis Daniels. Everyone coming on in the month of July and August getting a Lewis Daniels watch, and even some into September. If you are wanting to come on, guys, as a guest trader of the day, we are kind of pausing on taking applications simply because of the demand and how high it's been. We're going to start taking applications again for a guest trader of the day starting after Labor Day. So you can send an email after Labor Day to marketing at tradertv.live. Let's bring on Jason Reef. We did, I hope, get these technical issues ironed out a little bit. Jason, it's been an interesting morning so far. We're glad we can have you on finally here. What have you been looking at?
First of all, thank you very much for having me. I think I must have applied a couple of months back, so good to be here. Today, really, I've been kind of following NEO for quite a bit now. So NEO is always very much on my radar. Show SHLL is also very much on the radar today. Nikola is always actually looking at CCL as well. Not too much today. Just my general standard for the past kind of 4 or 5 weeks, pretty much those tickers.
Yeah, never a dull moment in the electric vehicle space, whether it's NIO or whether it's that new SPAC, that SHLL. Let's get back to the market here. Here's Neil and Sean.
How's it going over there? Welcome to the show. I got to jump back to the market very, very quickly here before we get on to things, because CVAC, I've only been shorting this name, of course, that IPO from last week, but a break here at 76, also through VWAP. So first time long, 76.21. We'll give it a buck or so. See if it can't make a retracement back into the 78 range. I did mention at some point, you know, it could start to squeeze and push to the upside again, and I would take a shot at it when it did. And here we've done it at 76.21. I'll see if we can't take a buck, and then next target would be that 78 to 79 area to the upside. Like we mentioned, welcome to the show. You tossed a couple of names out there, and I heard CCL. Did you have a trade on? I didn't actually catch that. Did you make a trade execution in CCL? If so, what were you looking at off the open there?
No, so the last trade I had in CCL was about 2 weeks ago. Actually, I had some puts, but I generally always just have it on the radar. Today I haven't. Today I've hardly traded actually, but today nothing in CCL so far. But yeah, I'm always. It's always just kind of one of the travel lines that I monitor during kind of the whole COVID period. There's always some good scalps to be made.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that. Just want to shout out to Dre Frequency, 777. Interesting super chat price there. But look, TOS has been down for a lot of people here. Of course, we're trading through Day Trade the World. For those of you that don't know, it's allowed us the opportunity to sort of jump into some of these shorts that we've had to pay for, but also do these active trades. CVAC, I just want to update you guys here. Bit of a seller jumping in front at 77. I've seen this at the even dollar before. Once it chews through that, I'll look to see if we can't get some shares out. I do have a target in front of it. That'll be the first half of the position. The rest, we're looking at this 80 even area to see if we can't get a push through that price. And Penn Gaming does break the 25 to get me long at 27. Hasn't sustained the move, and holding above 53, at least for the time being right here, guys. So we'll see what happens. I like this CVAC on a breakout type of idea. I don't necessarily want to be holding it forever. The short is my preference. Remember, 16 issue price, opened at 40. I mean, how high does this thing really, really want to go here? I don't know what you're looking at here, Sean, but certainly Penn for me, just a new position alert.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same stuff as always right now, just watching JP Morgan. It does come back above 30, but this is a nice little trade there on JP Morgan to go. So, and we're also getting out of some SRNE as it does come back to the upside. I put an order there at 18 and it missed me. So we'll wait to see if it comes back up. We're going to dump this through 1180 right now. Jason, whereabouts are you located?
So I'm actually I'm in Berlin at the moment today. I generally live in Hamburg, from South Africa. Been kind of in and around Europe for the past 11 years. But yeah, no, for the past while in Hamburg,
nice.
Berlin, and yeah, so different time zones. A lot more time to get a lot more info in before the clocks open up.
I did want to give a big shout out to not only you for being on the show. Of course, you're also going to get a Lewis Daniels watch. That's really nice. And then also, I did want to give a big shout out to all of our German viewers as well. I know there are a lot. I think you're a second or third guest trader of the day from Germany. I did hear we are ready for Brendan with something else. What's up, bud?
Another little one here, guys. Grow Group, GRWG. 1, 2, 3 days in a row to the upside here for this one on big time relative volume, 20% again today. They reported earnings, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday after market last week. Big move up. This is a farming name, so agricultural group, but GRWG 20% today. A couple of upgrades in addition to those earnings last week, guys.
Yeah, definitely worth a look there. And I got mine on Jason, so hopefully at some point it will get to you. Just want to ask you about time frames here quickly. You're obviously in a different time zone, Jason. So do you actually concern yourself with the entirety of the session? Are you looking at the morning trade like you'll see us do very heavily? Are you trying to trade all day long there? What's your relationship with time of day and how actively you trade throughout the entire U.S. session?
So I guess, yeah, I guess it's really dependent on what I am trading, right? And obviously looking at the different, at the different global Forex sessions. I'm doing equities that are on S&P, then
yeah, I think Jason, just not to interrupt you here, but we're having some issues hearing you very well. So we're going to see if we can't get that ironed out. We'll of course jump back into the market here with some names. Of course, I mentioned this MBOT, and we'll hopefully be able to get Jason back on. You can hear the technical difficulties that we're dealing with. Once we get this break through my break even at about 1060 or so, I will be out of this trade. And I'm going to maintain, I've said it sort of all morning long, 1070 would be my breakout price. I'm going to stick to that in terms of any kind of a long idea on MBOT. I've been sitting in this one all morning long. It's only given me the first initial push and has held 10 so nicely. What I will adjust here is, the longer it bounces and bounces and bounces, the more I'm going to like a breakdown of the bottom. So what I might do is actually add to the position for the first time I've actually considered this, adding to the position if it breaks 10 again, but I am going to be flat if we get a 1060 break to the upside on MBOT. It's been a good one for me, so I can't really complain. I saw somebody ask about SMRT here. For those of you that have not been following since the morning, you're just shorting off of this nice little opening range pop. They are declaring bankruptcy as of last week. And then popping to the upside because people like to buy bankrupt stocks, apparently. I like to short them, and that's what we did here at 24, working it out in front of 20 cents. And then when it broke 20, we took some more shares out in front of 18. I'm still holding on to some here, only about 15% left. We got targets down around 16 cents as well, guys. So it's been in the money all morning long for me. There's not a heck of a lot of reason to worry about it, not a heck of a lot of reason to do much except for watch it fall all the way down into my target. Ultimately, 16 even is about where we look for our targets. We said when we took the trade, we're sticking to it here. Looks like it's been a nice little win for us, guys.
Okay, we're back and we test the mic. We're doing the Hydration Nation. We're at 11 a.m., so we're getting really close. Sorry to see Jason go there, but we're all about the quality on the show. So we did have a little bit of a bad connection there from Hamburg, but a big shout out to, like we keep saying, all of our German friends coming through, and that's what that is. So nice to hear different perspectives from different traders for sure. SRNE does try to take 1180 out, but it stops at 1190. So we did just get out another 10 cents. We're going to hold the rest of Sorrento. No more getting out, guys, until we break the top. Forget about it. We've been crushing Sorrento. Lots of chicken dinner winners coming on board due to this stock. Let's see how high it wants to go. I still think we could take out the day's high. I'm not going to do anything else in this name. We're watching JP Morgan reach the bottom since we've had it down here at $100.15. This is a banger. Brendan told me, he said, Sean, whenever you take these trades on JP Morgan, use more shares. That's correct, right, Brendan?
Absolutely. Both directions, apparently. I was referring to the long, but great trade on the short side there.
Thank you, Bob.
Clear one, guys, CLRO to the downside, or to the upside, I should say today. They won a court ruling against Shure, so they make video and audio conferencing equipment similar to Shure. So there was a patent dispute between the two companies. The Clear one here, CLRO, winning out on that patent dispute. Just broke $3 there on a decent volume spike, but volume through the roof on this one today, guys.
CLRO. I've been told to say Guten Morgen to our. Is that right?
Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
Oh, Morgen. Guten Morgen is good morning there, but it's not the morning in Germany. No. So thank you to Rob for that, educating us a little bit here with some German. So big shout out to Rob as well, who shouted out last week on the show, doing a great job, helping us out with all the technical issues. Look, the show wouldn't be able to go on unless we did have this team behind us. Today's been a ghostly day, as Neil said there. There was a few issues early and often, but all corrected now, including a new microphone for yours truly and a few new things up there for Neil as well. And we do say, Jason, we'd love to have you back on, but unfortunately, we'll have to get that figured out. We got
a crack team. I know they'll figure it out. And even if we have to, look, we did it with Dell. We were able to get him back on eventually and made it work out for you guys. I haven't traded Plug today, but this is that time. We only got a half an hour left in the show, and rather than sort of force trades, I'm sort of happy to look at some of the names that have been good for us that might have trading opportunities. Yeah, looks like there was a nice little breakout there. However, I would simply say, in terms of missing a breakout on Plug, yeah, but Tesla was right there for you, which, actually, you know what? They're probably about as good a trade if you look at a percentage basis. So yeah, there you go. If you're looking at Plug, fantastic for you. It is coming back in, so not showing as much strength relatively as Tesla. Holding 12 even could give you a retracement trade. I would prefer, if there's gonna be a pullback in the space in the afternoon, I definitely prefer to be trading Plug to the south side than Tesla. So yeah, maybe sign me up for that if we roll over like 1180, 1185. That's not a bad opportunity. They're better, I think, than Tesla. I love when you can short sell and people are with you here. So I'm going to quickly jump over to SMRT. Of course, I'm still in this one. I just got some shares out there at 1750, 24 short we've had all morning long. Then I saw on the offer, and thank you very much, whoever this is, a couple of 250,000 shares at 1730 in my favor to the south side. My target's been about 16 cents the entire time. Let's see if we can get this move all the way down here. It'll probably end up being my number one stock of the day, depending on what happens with CVAC to the upside. Still holding that 76 long break. First long of the day on CVAC, and it's going absolutely nowhere. I don't know what that tells me about the short. Probably that I should have done even better than we already did this morning, guys.
Yeah, we're long, we're huge, everything. We can hit the siren. Every single trade we have on board right now is big. Walmart, 70 cents. SRNE, we've just been continuing to destroy that one, and we ain't gonna stop that one. JP Morgan, now 50 cents in the money. So big time trading happening over on this side. We'll just keep it going. Look at JP Morgan, short here, $100.59. Now down into the money, that 50 cents that we just talked about. That's a big trade, guys, for us. So we did step it up. Thank you to Brendan again for the encouragement on using more shares. But we stepped it up here and made the winners. So big time win there for us on JP Morgan. Just hollering at that. Oh, and by the way, Nicola, a nice little trade on this one as well. This is 11 cents in the money. This is why we're hitting the sirens for you. Everything today, just cashing in for us, man. Nicola, big time trade. Walmart, SRNE, JP Morgan, gonna crack 100, and that's another chicken dinner winner. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's been full of chicken today as we continue to go. What's up, B?
Just to give you a little bit of comparison here, my chart not loading though. Just want to show you key here. Another one from the banking group. Yeah, JP Morgan, a lot more relative weakness coming through on JPM. Another one from last week as well. NTN, if you guys remember, had a huge move to the upside, little teeny tiny micro cap, got all the way up here to 750 in the pre-market on Thursday. We're back to 275 for NTN. Another one of those kind of second, third day type ideas. Faded that 3 level in the pre-market all the way down to 275, guys.
Yeah, definitely worth a look there. We talked about some of the last week, some of the Chinese names under some pressure, but worth noting. Baidu making a push to the upside off the open here. You're going to see this nice little spike, $2 move initially off the open. Probably should have had this one on the radar because it was a good one last week, but now can look at 122.50 at the top end here potentially. And the reason why I'm going to point this one out to you is here's a 50 period brushing right up on that price right now. So that 122.50 top, not just a nice round number for you, but also the 50 period attempting to cross is a decent shot here. I think that if it rolls with that price, you have a fantastic out for a couple of reasons. So some resistance at that 122.50 area. That's the kind of setup you kind of want, where a couple of reasons to like a price area, as opposed to it just randomly being a high of day at 11:20. You can also just jump to the higher time frame and give some added significance to that price. And Baidu, it's the first time I'm looking at it today, but again, because of what I see on the daily chart, I'm going to like this 122.50 for both a break, but also a support in the case that we fall to the downside, and I like that little short trade. CVAC now 3 times has tested 77 even, gone 80 pennies in the money for me, and then come right back to flat. Iceberg order is at 77, guys, so watch out. The 76 break looked good. 77 might actually be better. I might take half off in this resistance area here and then look to see if we can't hold the rest for a little bit lower, but that's a lot of resistance for a stock I like short side, maybe a little bit more. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
Just a note on Netflix, Amazon, and what was the other one? Oh, Tesla. SoftBank, guys, from China, investing in all 3 of these. So Netflix, Tesla, and the other one that I was just talking about, Amazon was the other one. Yeah, thank you. But Netflix to the downside here, just breaking day lows, which I thought was kind of interesting, on a decent volume spike as well through 480 there. 480 held the first test there, a little bit of a bounce, but day lows here for Netflix. But yeah, SoftBank getting big positions apparently in those 3, guys.
Yeah. Well, who else is going to join that party? I mean, if you haven't got a big position in those already, sorry about that, because you should. Those are huge stocks, obviously, to go. Amazon, all those names. JP Morgan, wow, the siren, the cash cow that is JP Morgan has been taken to the woodshed by us here once again today. A nice little 60-cent win, taken back out on the upside through 100. We let it fall down. It goes as low as 92 for us, so that's a big win there, but it doesn't continue forward. down side. So we will get out of that name and now wait for another push, maybe upside. We're still holding 10%, or actually we're holding less than 10% now on JP Morgan, but watch out for another flush. Nikola is still bouncing around. I mean, we did go as high there as a 20-cent win, but we're going to hold on to that and see if we can't get more on Nikola to the upside. So far, so good here today. No losers whatsoever, and except for NEO is a loser on my board. But if you still had it, you'd be laughing right now. With only 25 minutes to go, we do have another video coming up soon today in about 20 minutes or so. How to master or how to bounce back, a must-all for traders. Look at that. All of us have losing days, just some more often than others.
Yeah, I'm watching this. Look, I'm still looking at MBOT here, and there's no reason to overtrade. I think that's one of the things you want to make sure you do here. Everyone's going to have, their own different style. As long as you're positive at the end of the day, that's all I really care about. All the things in between. Don't let anybody ever tell you that this is how you have to make money or that's how you have to make money. For me, I like to shoot for 60 to 70% of my stocks are winners, and that's how I'll be on a winning trade. But when you do that style, you got to make sure the losers are small, and that's why I want to jump over to CVAC for you here, because I did just say that I prefer, of course, the short side trade here, and that there was a sort of an iceberg order at 77, and I would take half off for a flat trade. So again, I'm biased to the short side. I like the long end break on the setup. I do take it, but I'll take half off for flat when I see that resistance at 77. Now, if it wants to break and give me a win, fair enough. But at this point, we've mitigated our loss once I see some things lining up against the trade. If you're going to be a little more active, take a few more fills. That's one of the things that sometimes you have to do. Of course, if that's not your style, fair enough. You probably wouldn't be in that trade to begin with. Brendan, what do you got, bud?
Market having trouble here, guys, with 33.80. Just noticed Amex, AXP in New York down 2%. Broke the support we had last week. They announced today they were picking up this company, Cabbage Incorporated. They're a small business loan provider. They deal directly through PayPal as well, which was key. But private company Cabbage being bought by AXP, guys.
Okay, American Express getting the game, and guys, guess what? Sorry, another winner. Here we go, guys. Big time out. Nikola, we take that 23 cents out of half of our position there on Nikola. Now we'll wait to see what we can do here. If it does break back above this level here, 43.50, we're still going to hold on to a little bit, but we did cash that out. It's, like I said, we're getting on in time here, so the risk going down just a little bit for us here as we look to get out of Nikola, and we do that for, once again, just another home run. Nothing negative on board today. Like Neil said, trade your book, guys. Trade the amount of shares you're comfortable with. Trade for winners. And yeah, 60, I love 70, 80% winners. Yeah, but today we are near that 80%. So 60, maybe even higher. We'll check about how many stocks we've traded. But right now it's been a perfect day for us here. One loser on board. Those are good numbers. You never want to try to get too greedy and be perfect. But hey, when things are rolling your way, man, up the shares, get it going. Get bullish, get bearish, get some stocks on your radar, and just trade with us. Join us every single day. Share the show. You guys have groups you're part of. Let other traders know what we're doing. It's something special here for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I mean, something, I don't know if it's going to be special here, but certainly Apple just turned negative on the session, worth noting. Well, it was already trading negative below that 460, but breaking this low, I apologize for all these wicks. The previous low was right here at 457. It just busted below that, so bringing the market slightly down with it. We're still at the top end of the range. For me, we did just mention plug to the downside, but I also want to jump back over, and we only have 20 minutes to go here. I do want to jump over to Tesla so you guys can see. This was probably, I don't know, you can call it the best break trade of the session, whatever you want to call it, but it's still holding above VWAP. You would notice plug was below and looking to take a leg to the downside. Relative weakness and relative strength is something we like to look at. So for me in the space, it's not that hard to imagine why Tesla would be the long end of that trade and why I'm going to be more likely to jump into a plug short if I do catch something here in front of that little VWAP and roll into it in front of like 12 or 11.95. I'd prefer to risk in plug to the south side than jump into a Tesla retracement if it's going to be a sell action. So I'm looking at 11.80 as a break to the downside, and then maybe a stop around 95 to 12 even if I take it in plug. If it doesn't break down, I don't want it. I want to make sure I'm with the momentum to the downside.
Okay, Nicola, yeah, nice out. We're still waiting for 40s to break. Walmart still really high up on that stock, and JP Morgan as well. If there's any names you guys want to throw at us, please do that in the chat, and we'll have a quick look at anything for you right now. Like I said, my day is already done. I mean, I won't even be trading too much this afternoon unless something does happen. We've absolutely destroyed the morning. I think that's very important that a lot of you traders understand what's happening here and kind of the money that we're making on these plays here today. We're perfect on everything. Like we said, NEO is the loser, and then this rack space here, RXT was a small shot. We did wind up getting hit on that one, but we are looking to try to get back into it. Pretty slow right now. It's rack space. Recent IPO, though, getting some love from Amazon coming through. So yeah, whenever you get love from Amazon, watch out, because that should be some interest there. And other than that, Square looking like a decent trade here as well. As again, I'm a shareholder in this company. Love what Square is doing here, obviously with mobile payments taking full front right now on everything. Mobile payments everywhere, and people don't want to tap it. Sorry, they want to tap. They don't want to use cash. So Square upside now 4.5%, maybe upgraded today. That's possible. Not too sure, but Square making some upside moves.
Yeah, and just like I said, only 20 minutes to go here. I just want to get you back over to. I see still some people asking, if you missed out on that smart trade SMRT, I understand that not everybody can short every single name that we're going to jump in here today. At Day Trade the World, we do have that advantage. It was very, very cheap for me to get the locates on SMRT. But the real story, anytime I see a gap up on a bank company, look, you're going to see it push up on Friday afternoon. 11-cent stock, pushes halfway up, gaps to the upside, has all kinds of trouble holding it on this little pullback here. Then makes another run. This is right at 8 o'clock. It makes another run at the high and starts rolling over. That's the point at where you have some bag holders which are questioning the decisions that they've probably been making. And when it does this flush off the open, yeah, great if you got 23s. I didn't have it. I wanted to see it retest 25. That's what I mentioned to you guys. I would like to see it retest this price. It did. Once it started rolling over, you jump into the short. You have 1 cent worth of an out if you like the 25 area because you're catching it on the way down. It just hit 16 cents, which was my target. I basically have almost nothing on. I'm likely to be all out. If it breaks this 16 area, we'll get out in front of 15, but I'm really only holding less than 10% of the position. And what I love about these, it's very binary, so risk to reward is pretty simple. If it breaks your support area or resistance area, I guess it would be, you just cover the trade, one stop, one short. Just always make sure when you're trading these names, if you have the direct market access, look for liquidity, understand the way the pricing works. I've been using a lot of ARCA today because we have direct market access and they have the best fees when it comes to penny stocks. So you can make money both with the gross, whether it's going to be, in this case, like a 30% return on the position, or you can save some money by lowering your fees with that direct market access that we have, Sean.
And there it is. We'll hit the siren here because we did it again and again and again, because here comes the money for Nicola. Just another win right now. This is 25 cents in the money. Slow me down if you want to. But right here, everything just going upside right now. Nicola, beautiful 25-cent win all the way up here to VWAP. We got in early on this one, 43.19, and there's 25 cents for you. Here's 45 cents for you on JP Morgan, and here's another 55 cents on Walmart, guys. This is all trades that we have on board. Keep the party going, Brendan. What's up?
Planet Fitness, guys. Big spike here on Planet Fitness. Not seeing anything yet as far as a reason, but check out this move. Huge volume coming in as well to PLNT. Now up 2.5%. Just went from 55 to 56.75, guys.
Planet Fitness. Okay, worth a look there. I've been waiting for Nicola 1450. I finally got triggered into that one, a break to the upside, and also, breaking VWAP as well. Now, again, it's not that VWAP matters here. Certainly, when it first bounced off of this sort of 43.50 area, that was not actually VWAP. But the second time it does. Let's see if we can take this break. I'm basically giving it to this level down here at about 25s to 43 even. So we'll see what happens. If it breaks back up, we sort of talked about 44 as the first target out, and then a push possibly back to 44.50, this little area here. Brennan, what do you got?
Just checking Peloton as well. Looks like they just announced gyms are going to reopen in New York State. So the biggest amount of Planet Fitness gyms apparently in New York State. But yeah, you can go to PLNT. That's the reason for the pop there, guys.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that's going to definitely pop those stocks. But what we're popping off here, like we just said, is that Nikola big 30-cent win, big 50-cent win right now on JP Morgan, then Walmart as well to go to the upside right here. Big time trading. But we'll look at Planet Fitness. Makes sense. They're going to open up all their gyms. Look, we have our gyms open here, and there is a restriction on how many people can go into the gym regardless of the size of the gym. So be interesting to hear what that is. Apple right now near $2 trillion. I think 467 needs to happen for Apple. 2 trill on that stock. Wow, what an unbelievable run for Apple owners and shareholders there. Crazy. You have the best product out there. This is what's going to happen to you. Apple right now, big time mover. But it is coming down a little bit here, down 0.77, but we probably were really close to that 2 trillion up here. I thought it was 467 and change. We did hear from a trader, but there you go. The cream of the crop, they rise to the top, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's all about that 2 trillion. I mean, I'm dating myself here, but I remember the time when you used to have talks about market cap, and you talk about the size of aid packages. I mean, you know, back in the recovery with Obama, you were saying like $800 billion was something. Now, if it's not a T, it doesn't matter. Forget about mistaking millions with billions. Now it's like the trillion number is all we care about these days. And on the opposite end of that spectrum is what I'm trying to segue to, is going to get all out of this smart at 15 cents, guys. Look, ultimately, this is going to end up being my best stock of the day. It's going to go without saying when you look at the chart. It's a nice trade. You have to jump from different styles here because it's very, very different from anything that I would do, like in this Nikola trade where, I'm going to have 1 or 2 targets to the upside because it's a $43 stock. In something like this, you're going to get very, very active covering. I like to have a target, and maybe it is going to give it all the way back to 11 cents. That's not the bet I'm going to make. I like this round 15 cent area, just shy of where it tried to open up here in the pre-market at that 1750 range, guys. So nice trade on Smart, but I am all done heading into lunchtime. I don't think I will be getting back into this one at all, outside of possibly revisiting it if it wants to give me some of these levels in the afternoon or maybe even tomorrow. You never want to get too far away from them. Only thing I have left is that Nikola break, which has gone nowhere yet, basically flat at 43.50, but MBOT. And I'm going to stick with the same plan here. As much as the short is working, I just want to jump out to you guys and say, stop here at this like 1060 area break even, 1070 a breakout long on MBOT. So if it doesn't break 10 and give me the dollar win I've been waiting for all morning long, watch for a 1070 reversal on MBOT. I know Brennan had a fantastic short, so not quite as good as his, but still going to be a nice little winner here. Is MBOT now down through $10 again? Maybe I should just take 50 pennies. I don't know.
Nikola right now, 32, 35 cents in the money. It does get as high as VWAP right there, 64. So we're just going to wait. We're just going to put everything on cruise control here as we head to the close of the show. It's been a great show today for you guys. 224 fills. We've got the Hydration Nation. We're still raising the cup as we go here. I don't know what screen you want. This one, there we go. This is the Trader TV Cup, and there we go. We own this one here. Thank you exactly for that to my 8-year-old for Father's Day, giving us that. We'll roll that through now. Nikola, this is why we took this a little early. Come on, that's NVIDIA there. Nikola now back to 20s. Sorry, we're long at 21. Back here, down 20 cents from this high. We should have noticed VWAP there and took some out, 43.63, but I'll be tweeting this one out. We'll talk a little bit here about why we didn't get out at VWAP, but there's still more to come on this. We did already get the majority, well, 2/3, not the majority. We got 2/3 out there ahead of 50 for that 23-cent win. Now we'll wait to see what happens on the rest. We'll give the rest back down to here. Maybe we don't even want to lose on this trade. How about 43.03 there? We'll get out to make sure that we don't lose on this Nikola trade, but we still have an upside target. I would have loved to get into that pen there on the upside, but DraftKings is normally the stock that I'm looking at, and I'm an owner, again, of DraftKings shares at lower than this, which is pretty good, but we'll wait to see now as more sports come on, more fantasy sports being talked about. Lots happening here for DraftKings.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, I know you talked about the DraftKings there. We're looking at pen before, and cheers. Jess says 79. There you go on the pen trade. But I'm looking at, look, only 10 minutes left. I'm going to get this one in for you here, guys. It's going to be Mara, 420. So I don't make it up. This is the opening range top here, 419, technically speaking. Well, let's splitting hairs. 419 double top here on MARA. I stayed away from the short. I have found with this, particularly in Mara, Every time I look at a short setup, it doesn't work, and then the long ones do. So overall, I'm basically flat when I trade the name. So what I'm going to do is just sort of jump into the bias side. And I didn't hunt for the short the first time when it rolled over. I am going to be looking for potential long breakout at 420 on MARA. Of course, you know the name has been in play since a big time rise in mostly Bitcoin crypto. Off of $3, secondary push here. If we get through that 420 and make another run, worth noting, the previous high in the move was about $1 higher from here. So there is some room to go, although I'd expect it to fall shy of that. There's that little graphic. I need that one on my board. I didn't make it up. Look, you can look at the chart. 420, it's right here. I didn't paint that. That's the actual top from the morning, guys.
Did you mention Nicola? Do you have an out for Nicola? Maybe
wait a minute. My out was 40. Oh, okay. So I made a keystroke error on Nicola. My out was at 43 even. I just covered it. You know, it's going to be a bad cover, obviously, so I should just jump back into it. Yeah, 43 even is where it should have been. I obviously typed it in incorrectly. As I noticed, I got out. So what am I going to do? Jump back into the trade, guys. 43 even is going to be my stop. I know Sean was looking at 43.03 because technically that is this bottom here. I usually will round those out, especially when, for me, my target to the upside is first 44 and then 44.50. So I'm trying to make 50 cents and then the first third and then $1 on the next third and try and let it run. I want to be risking about 40 to 50 with that 3-to-1 idea. But keystrokes happen to the best of us, and it happened to me here on Nicola, putting a stop order in there. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it there, Sean, because that's a very, very random area for a stop. It just means I had a typo, guys. What do you got, Brennan?
Tough to see here, guys. You're going to have to excuse these wicks once again. But Barrick Gold. Gold in New York. We can flip over to ABX here in Toronto. It's on the NYSE exchange, obviously. But nevertheless, both about to make day highs here on decent volume spikes. So 30 just got retaken there on GOLD in New York. If you're looking ABX in Toronto, same move. Huge volume still on both of these names today, guys.
Yeah, and I'm going to zoom in so the wicks aren't as bad. Look. You look at this bounce that the gold made here, Barrick Gold. There was one good trade for me. It was the original break at 30, which was solid, but the reload, this is what happens when you get greedy. You know, sort of pegged this little bounce bottom on the secondary push right at 29.80, like I mentioned. And then what do? You know, we talk about pigs getting slaughtered, and then you get the roller coaster ride up and down. If I'm going to be scalping 30 to 30.20 the first time through, the second time when I get a push at 29.80, I should be covering at 30 even. So while I'm disciplined and only take what amounts to a 10-cent hit, which is, you know, less than what we're making on the initial upside, I'd be making more, guys, if I was disciplined and took the scalp. So one of the things you got to do here is stay true to your approach. My initial approach was to be scalping this for 10, 15 cent wins. I get away from it and give some of that back. That's inexcusable here. Got to stick to what's working for you. I'm not going to jump back into this trade. This is all chop that it had between 30 and 30.20. I'll stay away from that altogether. Nicola's headed back to the upside. But I threw away 20 cents with the wrong stop. Same targets hold here, 43 even break. That'll be my stop out. We'll take profit in front of 44, then 44.50, guys.
Yeah, we love ourselves some Nicola right now. And you know, if I'm in it, it's probably going to be a good one today anyways as we go. So we'll wait to see Nicola taking out the top. That's a 9-cent win. This is the 32-cent win on JP Morgan, but we're light. We have 10% of everything left. So these positions are not heavy right now. And Walmart's 48. Looking at this as a break, 135 even break on Walmart, and we'll take out that 70 cents. But it's about that time. I don't know if you dropped the video yet, but coming up, we do have nice video for you. We always have questions about what do you guys do off of losing days. Won't be one for me today, but we definitely can talk about it regardless. Losing days, obviously very important to understand how to come back from them. So if you are looking at a video to watch, definitely have a quick look at that one. Losing videos, very important. How to deal with losing trades, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you see me sort of peeking over here, it's because I'm curious as to what's going on for lunch. I know you guys hear us whine and complain at times about how often we get chicken around here, but I saw some kind of a sandwich, so I'm at least a little bit intrigued by what's going on. We'll figure it out with only a few minutes to go. Look, obviously, you know, we had a guest on here, and it didn't quite work out, and we'll see if we can't get John back. It would be fantastic if we could. He's going to get his Lewis Daniel watch. You saw our sponsor there. It's going to happen to us. We're taking a bit of a hiatus this on interviews because there's just been so much interest in this guest trader segment for us, guys. I only have 2 positions on with 5 minutes to go. Accidentally got a Nikola. We'll get back in it. Essentially, you know, whatever. It's for the price that we covered, so it's not gonna matter too much because I covered accidentally around 29. I'll get back in at 29 here to the long side. 43 is my stop. First target in front of 44. But MBOT, which is just the most ridiculous name ever, still holding 10 even, guys. I don't know what to say about this other than it's going to get very, very binary for me here. Either we break down and give me the dollar or break out to the upside. I think that 1070 break looks better and better and better the longer it holds its consolidation bottom. Of course, breakthrough for them when it comes to their robotics program this morning. It's positive news. It was a pure retracement play, but man, if this wants to break 1070 in the afternoon, very, very likely that you get a test of 12 and even those pre-market highs at 1270. We've seen this time and time again on a stock doing good volume on the retracement play. If it finds a bottom, watch out at 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Greg, usually what is lunch there? What is that?
Some sort of sandwich.
Yeah, okay, so still no idea
my
what
goodness.
kind of sandwich. Let me know when you know what kind of sandwich, the viewers.
If you don't know what kind of sandwich it is by looking at it, I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't know. I remember one time one of our traders said it was chicken and it was clearly pork. So yeah, we'll trust chicken breast sandwich. So I'll flush them down the toilet. But it is always fruit salad time. So the winners keep coming on board with the fruit salad. So today, the fruit salad hasn't really been touched much, but we are going today with that. It's loaded up. I'm going to say kiwi. I see a few kiwis in there, Brendan. What's up?
Yeah, too bad for Jason today. We lost him. Connection wasn't good over across the pond, as they say. But we'll get him back on. Clips here, guys. CLPS, big mover today, 3% to the upside. This thing's had a 3-day move higher. We got into 450 and failed this morning. So wish I saw this one this morning. Great move back down, 450 all the way to 375 on CLPS. Big time volume still behind that move. It is about that time. We're going to have a look at what's coming up after markets tonight and before the open tomorrow as far as earnings are concerned. Mentioned a couple of these already. A couple on here, guys. Walmart, one of them. And Home Depot, yeah, Home Depot, all-time highs today, going to report as well.
Like there's a reason why I was trading Walmart earlier on. There was earnings tomorrow, so we love the way that's trading and the way that's moving. So Walmart going to be on the look for me for sure.
Yeah, I mean, also, I think Lowe's is coming later on in the week, maybe even aftermarket tomorrow, certainly following up after Home Depot. So let's watch out for both those names. Of course, you know, Sean's already hit a Walmart, so I need to talk about it there. But Home Depot just tested its high of the day here. You can see the breakout that's been happening, but it just rolled over at 288. So fresh highs, and you saw the daily chart on Home Depot. A big time riser. Let's watch out for those earnings. Certainly, that can be a catalyst, but I don't think we want to get too far away from some of the movers that you saw today that were working the electric car space back in play. NIO was a mover, and Tesla, Nikola all in play today. Tesla 1800 going to be a theme that we're watching throughout the week. I got a couple of winners on right now. Nikola in the money. MBOT's been in the money all morning long. Not much to see there, guys. But also going to be looking back at that CVAC if it continues to push. At some point, you know, I think there's going to be another good short, and I can see that thing certainly at least testing back towards the $40 to $50 area. It's been a ridiculous run to the upside on CVAC. I've only made money shorting it. Despite the fact that we were in the money on a breakout long, it does look like it's going to be the short play. We took 2 shots at it short. We took 1 shot at it long that didn't work out. I think if it takes out this low here at 60, I'm not saying it happens today, that 67 area, certainly a retest down towards the previous close of 56 could be in play. It's been a sell all morning long and a failed break just 20 minutes or so ago.
Okay, yeah, we're still on that Walmart trade. We'll still continue to hold that. Walmart, Nikola's been a big one for us as well. We slay that dragon today. We slay JP Morgan. Yeah, everything's been a big one. SRNE, we destroyed SRNE today as well. Everything making money. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but there's only a couple minutes left, and we're going to throw it over to Valeria right now.
Hey guys, thank you for spending this Monday with us. Again, very sorry for those who had some difficulties with accessing the market today. Hopefully you won't face those type of issues never. But if you're looking for some solid platform, check out P-Parade, the one we use. You can find more information on daytradetheworld.com. And guys, Thank you for joining our membership, everyone who joined us today, and welcome all the new subscribers. Guys, if you didn't like this video yet, please spend just 1 second of your time and smash the like button. And go watch our next educational video about how to bounce back from a losing trading day. And happy I love my feet day, everyone. Love your feet.
That's disgusting.
No, look. Let's move on from looking at and talking about feet because I don't think anyone cares about that. All I will say is this: thank you to our guests that came on. For those that enjoy the show here, there's been lots of wins. There's been lots to talk about in terms of styles of trade, symbols to look at. The best thing you can always do is pay it forward. That's what life is all about, guys. So if you have a friend or two, or someone in your trading community that you think might benefit from joining our trading community here, yeah. Just hit that share and send it on to them. And I think that'll be a good thing to do. Much better to talk about the markets and some moves and some wins than to talk about feet. But you know what time it is, guys. It's heading towards noon. I would watch out for some of these names that we've been talking about for afternoon plays. Certainly Tesla, that 1800, worth a look. We'll tweet out anything that does come into our trade spectrum. You can always follow any of us at tradertv.live, Neil, Sean, or Brendan. Time to go down the line here and I'll forgive you because you don't make these up for the National Feet Day there, Valeria, but give us that little heart, doing a fantastic job as always. And my main man over there, Sean Cantina in the corner.
Yep.
Hydration Nation in play. I don't know what's going on sometimes here, but when it's a good day, it's more about the bucks than it is about the water, although you should always stay hydrated.
It's always more about the money, my friend.
Well, you gotta be healthy to enjoy it. That's why I think Hydration Nation is important. Brendan doing a fantastic job, of course, getting us a lot of news, including, of course, Rackspace, big time in intraday moves in that one, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. GRWG, another one just moving back to the downside here. We talked about that one in the farming group, guys.
Yeah, and as always, I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. See you tomorrow, guys.